and I'm very excited. I'm so excited I didn't realize I had myself on mute. I had myself on mute. Only person that heard me was probably Burb. Maybe not even that, but it doesn't matter. So I'll just say it
No, I mean,
again.
everything.
Now you can hear me. Yeah, now you can hear me just fine, right? Now I'll say it again. Shadowlord Rizu over on YouTube said, to quote Albrecht Andrade, that you are late, but I gotta be fashionably late, Burb. You know, we have to be fashionably late. We gotta create that drama, the intrigue that get people to come and watch, because this is Tetris Friendlies Revolution, baby. It's a night full of surprises. It's a night full of classic Tetris that you won't be able to see unless you believe it, or believe it unless you see it. One or the other. I don't know the phrase. I'm bad with phrases, but I'm good with commentary. Tonight is night number 2. We're a few minutes late. 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UTC is the original start time. You can watch us on the Classic Tetris channel of social media and platforms. We're here live on Twitch. We're over on YouTube. We're over on Kick. We are on Facebook. And we're back on Twitter. Isn't that amazing? Vince shelling out the hard-earned dough, CTWC, to get us back on Twitter. Wow, I'm super stoked. And I'm super stoked to kind of go over all these great matches. Because I have a colleague of mine who hosted last night. Did an excellent job. And very proud of him. You did a great job last night, sir. The Burb Wizard is back for round 2. And got ourselves some crazy matches to go through. Let's just get right into it, man. Let's talk about it. We start off with this one. It is the Twitch TV Championship #1 contenders match. So this one comes about where, unfortunately, our current champion who won it not too long ago, Falkite, was not going to be available. It's kind of a wait for the holidays, and said, well, I'll play after the new year and I'll defend the title, but we need a challenger. So the King searched high and far, and I found ourselves 2 great challengers. This is a CTM Futures final rematch from October, and it sees maybe one of these players could be the King's Fave 5 for 2025. Burb, it's Duzuke, or it likes to be known as Duzik, versus the Shadow Knight. What a matchup between these 2 young rollers.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one for sure. You know, obviously, Shadow Knight, a player that I've watched quite a bit. Duzek, a player I've watched not nearly as much. But, you know, Shadow Knight certainly, in my mind, has been one of the stronger players in the Friendlies universe as of late. And I think he's got a pretty good shot here. But, obviously, we'll see how it goes. Anything can happen. It's Tetris, but my money's on Shadow Knight so far.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Knight has gotten a lot more reps in the Friendlies universe, competitive play overall. We'll look at the stats before their matchup. But Duzik, man, I have seen and I have believed this is a guy that could really take storm in 2025. He is high on my list, Burb. And like I said, the winner of this match might have the official seal of approval from the King to make it to 2025's Fave 5, man. That would be quite a dream, as well as getting the Twitch TV Championship #1 contender spot. Crazy. But we'll talk about championships as well, because we got ourselves a title match tonight, Burb. We're going to see these 2 fine athletes of the block stacking. They're going to go at it. It's former Upstarts champion vacating the belt for this opportunity. Winter will return to tap, Burb. She is back on tap and will take on Dash Superstar AV Geek, a top 8 Jonas Cup finalist. They're fighting for the silver belt. Burb, the new era of the Phenoms has begun. Which one of them will kick it off for 2025?
Man, tough to say. You know, we watched AV Geek a bit last night during the tag team action, and she kind of struggled a little bit, King, right? She really, you know, was topping out earlier than you might expect for someone of her caliber, is having some misshifts that are kind of out of character for her, right? But if she's really on her A game, I think she's got a good shot. But if she's playing kind of similar to last night, I think Wintera's got a really good chance to take it. So I think it's really going to come down to how consistent is AV Geek playing, because Winter tapping is one of the most consistent players in the Friendlies universe right now. So it'll be one to watch for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of these 2 players is going to take the Phenoms to the next level. The Phenoms has kind of seen a lot of changes overall. Cobra was the former champion, had moved up because of his extraordinary talents that he's done. That 4 million PB was really the kisser right there. So he moved up. He relinquished the title, and one of these 2 will now fight for that. And then it mentioned here in the chat just moments ago, Burb, this is probably a main event any other time of the year if I were hosting. But this now becomes a double main event. Who is the greatest tapper in Classic Tetris. Moja returns to competitive play. He's been gone for over a year, and maybe then some. He's back to face, for the first time ever, the world champion of Classic Tetris, Alex T. Man, oh man, Burb, this is a Tapper's dream match.
It really is, Moja, again, a player that was always kind of, I guess not so much under the radar, but certainly not, I guess but I would say so by comparison to some of these other players like Alex T there on the right, and even as far as Tappers go, or like Tommy. So Moja is certainly a good chance to get back in the spotlight here, if he could beat the world champ, I mean, that'd be quite the story. But Alex T, even before the rolling days, was one of the best hyper tappers ever, right? Getting, like 1.5 million with that playstyle, playing pretty deep into 29. So certainly, it's going to be a tough match for, I think, both of these players.
Indeed. But perhaps the debate will be settled tonight. And when you hear their interviews, because King was able to be privileged to interview both of these players prior to tonight's match. You got a little sneak peek of that over on our socials earlier with King talking to Moja about ranking. Well, Alex T, the world champion, also had quite a few things to say. And you know him, Burb. No humble brag from him. He was basically saying he's got this locked in tonight. And of course, the special attraction match, the one that the world was not ready for, announced back on Monday to rave reviews, Burb. People were running in the streets, hooting and hollering that they couldn't believe this match is taking place. Another first time ever here in Classic Tetris. The living legend, the runner-up of 2019's World Championship, and perhaps the tapper of ages, Hall of Fame worthy, Koryan makes his Friendlies debut. It's been a long 4 years I've been trying to get this to happen, Burb. And tonight will be very special. He will go one-on-one with a Super Show stud. That in the name of Sharky. What a match we're getting tonight to close out 2024.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be an all-time match right here. Probably one of the greatest Friendlies matches of all time. And again, I know you've been trying to get this to happen for years, King. So I know you got to be proud. But I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to see some pretty deep games here going all the way to 29 without question. You and Bidwell and them, we're going to be here a while. It's going to be an all night long party, regardless of how it goes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a dream of mine to get to call Koryan matches. I was able to do that when CTWC was online in 2021, and that was one of my highlights personally for me. Koryan, a living legend. I've gotten to meet him personally at CTWC when he was attending in 2019, and he's not been back since. Obviously, he's aware, Burb, that rolling has taken dominance and would be difficult for him to try to overcome, some of those top-tier rollers. But Friendlies is a place that allows him to continue to be competitive, and perhaps this is the beginning of the golden age for Koryan to return to competitive matches, man. I am super, super excited. Wow, Burb, this is going to be quite the show we've got tonight. I mean, what a night this is going to be, man. What a night this is going to be, folks. This is Tetris Friendlies Revolution. We're going to kick things off as we open the show with our opening video. We'll get into the hype of the matches. And this is going to be a historic night. Buckle your seatbelts. Get ready to go. We're off and running. And we're coming up next.
Revolution. A word that brings about change. Change can bring about fear. Fear can deny us from reaching our potential. The potential to be great. But in order for us to conquer fear, we must first accept the change. We must become the revolution. For many years, Tetris Friendlies has hosted the change in Classic Tetris, with many matches that saw new champions be crowned, heroes reborn, and stars created.
All right. Stay up late with the king if you're a Euro, because you know that it's going to be a hype night of classic Tetris action, because this is now time for Tetris Friendlies Revolution Night number 2, hosted by yours truly, the king of the restreams, the Kingsman. You're watching us on all the major platforms in social media. You're watching us here on Twitch. You're watching us here on YouTube. You're watching us over on Kick. You're watching us over on Facebook. And we're back now on X, formerly known as Twitter. Because guess what? This has got to be a worldwide event. We're going to showcase some of the best in classic Tetris. And tonight you're going to see some young guns going at it as we kick things off with this matchup featuring some super rollers on the left-hand side from Poland. Representing the Europeans, staying up late because Friendlies is truly great potential phase 5er for 2025, and he is also your European champion for 2024. This is Dulcic. And on the right, ready for the fight, is a roller for the United States, looking to make the King's List and become a favorite one day too. This is the Shadow Knight. And tonight with me calling the matches is the man that hosted night number 1, his first ever Super Show duties. He knows how it feels now to start late, so now he can also weep with the king in that regard. It is the Burb Wizard. Burb, man, welcome on in.
Let's friggin' go. Yeah, I know the struggle now. I've witnessed it firsthand. I'm like, man, King's gotta get a new computer. Nah, mine had issues too. It's a curse. It's a curse, man.
The struggle is real, man. King probably could use a new computer. Christmas, Santa didn't bring anything, so it's fine. We'll do what we can. But what we're going to do next is we're going to go head on over to the promo and highlight what these two players have done in their career. Let's go take a look at Dulcic and Shadow Knight.
Dushi's Tetris ready again. Doesn't get the tug, but manages to get the Tetris cross. Jesper in a bit of a situation. Needs to get something over to the left quickly. No. Can he build dirty here? No, he can't do it. Gets the long bar. Is it going to be enough? It's not going to be enough. We have a new champion. Dushi K is your new C-Tech 2024 champion.
Year's winner, the C-Tech 2024. Dushi K!
Wow, great stuff right there, Burb. That is tremendous from these two young superstars in the making. I think 2025 is going to be a big year for both of them. So this matchup right now could kind of give you the tale of the tape and what we're going to be looking forward to as the new year comes along. We're going to look to see their progress as they move forward. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the online facts for this matchup. Duzik on the left, Roller from Poland. 1.413 million score, has 11-5 match record in the NTSC world. He's been playing PAL as well. As you saw at the end of the highlight reel there, that he is the current European champion, C-Tech. Classic Tetris European champion for 2024, which is the PAL version over in that part of the region. And certainly a Fave 5 could be on the docket for him in 2025. He has really been on my radar, very high, Burb. So it's a matter of, what else can he do to finish out the year? A big win here could certainly look to cement that. On the right, Roller out of the United States. This is Shadow Knight. PB of 1.341 million score, 48-35 match record. Is a 2024 Futures runner-up for CTM back in October. So you saw in the highlights both Duzik and Shadow Knight. This is a rematch from that great battle that they had not too long ago. And again, another player that is really on the rise, someone that can, I think, make big waves should he continue to gain the prowess of the rolling technique as we go into the new year. And here we go. Players are right there. Duzik about to eat the controller, teeth rolling. Kind of what the King was trying to do back in the day. I was not successful, so I just eat the controller all day.
Yeah, reminiscent of Matt Martin trying to figure rolling out. Yeah,
certainly. Yeah, a little late over there in Poland, but you can still eat. Looks like they're gonna get SPS going, so I have generated the seed for them, and we will pin it in the chat. Players, that'll be your seed currently to use for this matchup. It'll be 10 A1, just like the sauce. B5. I think there's a vitamin called B5.
Yeah, conversely, right? Conversely to the A1 sauce.
Conversely, yes. And I'm sure Vandy would be very upset with me if I don't fix the cams. We got a Shadow Knight right over here. Gotta fix the cam a little bit. We'll adjust so we can kind of match the height here of our friend Duzik in Poland. There we go, Verp. I think that's a little bit better. Do the same for Duzik. So 10, A1, B5 will be the C that we're going to go with. And just really quick, I'm going to do a quick refresh on both player sides. All right, Burp, we have readies to go. I think we can do this. Let's get it. Count it down. It's game number 1 for the Twitch TV contendership. Go ahead and count it down, sir.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
T and a long bar to start. T and a long bar to start. Burr, we have same P sequence initiated. We're underway. It's night number 2 of Revolution. And for those that missed out last night, Burb, you were hosting night number 1. What a night, man. We got to see new tag team champions, the first ever ones crowned. We got to see some outstanding gameplay as far as the heavyweight championship was concerned. And then we also saw a new upstart take over, and perhaps going to rename the belt the Stand Upstart belt.
Yeah, it was a really fun night. I mean, a lot of good Tetris overall. You know, and honestly, yeah, I was really impressed with what I saw. You know, it was a lot of fun.
It certainly was, and I definitely enjoyed it because I was there with you the whole night, so it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we can get that going. I think that's going to be the way we're going to go, Burp, for like these majors, like the Revolution and the Reckoning shows, 2-night events. I mean, there's just a lot of Tetris we got to get in there. There's young stars like the two where they're watching right now. You had mentioned you've gotten your fair share of seeing Shadow Knight, has been at live regional events, and you know, this young man on the left from Poland, you haven't seen that much, but in the clips you saw, the European champion for 2024, he's got a bright future.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's looked pretty good, you know, and of course the future circuit against Shadow Knight as well. He looked very, very good there. So, no, I think it's going to be a really fun match ahead of us. And as you would expect, King, we are neck and neck right now at 161 apiece.
No shock, as this is the rematch from their CTM Futures matchup that they had, the Futures Final, that saw Duzik win in a decider. Shadow Knight was up 2-1. Duzik had to come back and try to take a 4th game, and then came back in the 5th one to get the big win. And that one kind of marked along right after that the PAL victory to be the world champion over there for PAL, European champion, excuse me. And you know, he's ending the year strong. So a win here tonight will get the player to face off against Falkite, who's the current Twitch TV champion. We saw Falkite in the chat earlier, is away on holiday, so it was going to be returning this evening, but was not going to make it in time to play a match. So instead we came up with the concept, who was next in line? That line has been building for quite some time, Burb, for the Twitch TV championship. And you know what? We're going to kind of move the line aside because I think these two deserve it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is their free pass, right? It's a free pass to cut the line, right? You're not at a grocery store, right? So, you know, you're not going to get in any trouble here for cutting the line. We are actively, well, enforcing it. We're enforcing that you can cut the line.
Right. Because the King's the Booker man anyway, so, you know, we'll go. What I say goes. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Nice T-spin set up from Shadow Knight. Did complete it. Good stack so far. We got a good game going on, Burp. First half of this level 18, 349 to 345. Nice tight game. You know what? It's a good night, man. Let's start with the necks. Let's get those necks out. It is a necky game. Why not, Burp? I'm feeling good tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, pretty strong paces so far too. You know, you're above 300k. You know, before, because really, you know, the general pace for like max out, right? You kind of want to be at around 300 at 75 lines. They've already vastly surpassed that, as you would expect. You know, so they're looking pretty good here.
Well, certainly. A little trouble though now on Duzik's side, has built up a wall over on the right, so not gonna be able to open up at this moment, but it's chopping it down. This is pretty standard fare for a good roller. Looks like we got someone in the background there for Duzik.
Yeah, perhaps a fan or perhaps a cat or something. I don't know. I saw movement. That was all I saw.
we saw movement, and hopefully it's not going to delay our competitors here. So we're getting a slight buffer at the moment. Apologies to you fans out there. That should stabilize in moments. There you go. Yeah, lately, bro, I've been having trouble with the video player for this computer. So I think this one I got from Eric ICX. He hooked me up pretty good. I got a good deal on this one, and it served me well for a good long time. But now I think it's time to invest in something new.
Yeah, we get a get yourself a desktop, man, right? Or build one, right? Whatever. You know, I've had mine for quite a few years, and I've yet to have an issue. So,
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the room for that, Burb. There's just no room for that.
oh, that is tragic.
Yeah, no. King's living situation isn't so kingly, so to speak. So players continue to play it out. We'll catch up momentarily. Don't worry. Ninja looking to build the king of desktop. You're too sweet, but that's the problem. I don't have the space for it, sir. I don't have the space.
Yeah, that's right, Jordan. Yeah, the little engine that could. Yeah, it's yeah, it has done pretty good. I'll give it credit. It's done pretty well these last couple of years. You know. But meanwhile, we have transitioned. Only seeing Duzik side at the moment as King is making some adjustments here, getting everything all fixed up. He's at 652, but now I'm seeing both. Shadow Knight right before transition was at 635, though I would imagine that's a little bit behind.
Yeah, they should catch up shortly. So bear with it, folks. We'll be getting that straightened out. We'll get that in between the next game.
Yeah. But again, pretty strong, right? Pretty strong scores there from both of our players as now it is starting to stabilize a bit here. 691 Shadow Knight, 787 Duzik, who is ahead by a couple levels, at least from what we're looking at here. A little bit of cleanup required on both sides, but nothing they can't handle. There we go. We've got the stream is caught up. We're on level 23 for both. Tetris both. It is about a 2 Tetris lead for Duzik. They both have surpassed 800k. So, get pretty hot paces here, King.
Yeah, no, definitely. We got some strong games right now. So the game has caught up, so it's not too much of a delay. Dudes are trying to get a little screen checking to see what exactly is happening. Strong 911 at level 24. 913 at 25 for Shadow Knight. Man, Bert, what we are cooking now that we can see what's happening.
Man, it's just like how we are neck and neck again. But although that was a bit of a rough hang of the L piece on that right side for Duzik. He's going to have to get this down pretty quickly here. Though, again, no line cap. So does have the time to catch up here as we get to the 29s. We'll start to get... Oh! I don't know about that. Never mind. That's going to hang, and that's going to do it. My word.
Yeah, tough one right there. Duzik was trying to get that L over for the double, and not going to make it. 922 is the final score. Shadow Knight at 960 going to strike first and get that game number 1. That is some GG's there. Glad that we could see the ending of that one, Burb. That would have been tragic had we not got that.
Right, we would just see this, the back of the title screen, like, no, what happened? So, yeah, no, that worked out.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. All right, both players are ready to go. We're going to get a countdown happening in just a moment. Burb, honors are yours. Go ahead and tell them game number 2 is ready to go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, apparently King is I'm reading chat. It is Doozy K. It is Doozy K, not Duzik. So we have been pronouncing that rather incorrectly.
Well, you know what's funny, Burb, is that I used to call him Doozy K, and then he told me that was wrong.
Oh, well, I don't know, man. He said, yeah, he didn't say in chat now Doozy K, so I don't know, man.
I don't know. I was calling him Doozy K before, and then I was corrected somewhere. I felt like he corrected me, or maybe it was some other jabroni that I should not have listened to, but I can't blame Colin. Colin has left the Class Tetris community like a jabron, so I guess I gotta find somebody else to blame.
Yeah, blame Vinky. Blame him.
Daniel Vinke. No, he's no longer around, Burb. It's only Dan V now. There's a Dan V out there, and can't blame him. Yeah. He's a former heavyweight champion, so he gets a pass.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Tyler shouting out Dan V there.
Shout out Dan V. That auto tune.
Yeah. And of every diss track, man, it's crazy.
Of course, right. Dizzy K now being corrected by the man himself. Tetris go to 163. Shadow Knight at 165. Another tight gain, number one, as we get a little hair whip over on Dizzy's side.
Yeah, pretty close one, right? And the game one ending pretty dramatic fashion, right? Dizzy K was looking really strong, you know, had a couple slip-ups on level 25, and it just spiraled out of control so quick. But again, was otherwise neck and neck the whole way through. I think we're in for a pretty good game number 2 here as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was a great game number 1. Great way to open. That's exactly why I chose these two to kind of go first in the queue line here. Not just because Dizzy's in Poland and it's around like 10 o'clock in the evening over there, getting close to 11 o'clock. But it's also because I had a feeling that these two would light it up. They would get the show running, get us kicked off in hot fashion, and they've done that for game number 1. And good, clean game going on in number 2 right now. Dizzy at 300,000, Shadow Knight at 303. Again, nice close start.
Yeah, it's just been clean all around. Yeah, I mean, you said it. This is why these two players were the ones to, contend for the number 1 contender spot, right? I think either one of these two, regardless of how this goes, I think either one of them would have a pretty good shot against Falkite. It'd be a really exciting title match coming up for 2025.
Certainly. Got a lot of people watching all around the world. Tons of people here on Twitch, YouTube popping off big time as well. You got QB Plays chatting it up with most of the YouTubers out there. As we mentioned, Shadlor, Rezu, they're all talking about getting their journeys going as far as competitive classic Tetris is concerned, and the level selections to start as far as getting the best gameplay going. So they're having a nice chat over there about that. We also got GeoWolf here in the chat, and of course Rocco Ritchie hanging out, telling me, how was my Christmas? It was wonderful, Rocco. I got nothing I really wanted, but still, you get something, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, you take what you can get, right? Certainly, good time with your family too, I would hope.
Well, that, of course, yeah, I guess. I do have a funny story, but I can't say it here on stream because then they'll probably get back to the person that it involves, and then I'll be sleeping on the couch for the rest of my life, so.
Yeah, well, man, we'll edit that part out in post. Yeah, of course.
494 for Shadow Knight, on the cusp of reaching 100 lines. Doozy at 488. Tetris to go to 100 lines at 511. Great paces going on, Burb. King saying the P word, but it's a new age, Burb. P word, which is pace word, is no longer a curse.
It's a myth. Yeah, it's just a myth. You gotta not be bothered by such trivial things, And you hear talk about like commentator curses all the time. It's like, oh man, I just said it, and as soon as I said it, it happened. It jinxed it. But players gotta be able to handle, right? Us saying whatever nonsense that we are talking about, right? It's part of the competitive experience.
Absolutely. Part of the experience is looking at a potential 650k from Doozy and maybe Shadow Knight. Both have 12 lines left to go, 604 to 587. Although now those S's getting thrown over to the right side is going to cause some burning for the Shadow
there really
Knight.
wasn't another spot. Still is not, really.
Yeah, I was looking for a J and got the L instead. And now we are in a situation where, 600k is on the table, but survivability is more important for Shadow Knight. 649 right now for Doozy. Can get one last Tetris. We're looking at a monster score here, Bert, like a 675 potentially.
Yeah, that is going to be something to watch for sure. As well as his dig here from Shadow Knight. He has reached the transition, was about a 600 at transition. But this board getting a little out of hand here.
But there's great survival from Shadow Knight right now. What I set up with the J for the double of the S afterwards. It's a lumbar dependency brewing on that column 7.
Ooh.
This is tough, Burb. Oh!
Yeah, I was really trying to hold out for it, but had to throw it left and got it. Oh my god.
These rolls are incredible right now. Survivability at its peak. Oh man, that roll of the Z.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah, and he needs every single one of them, but the bar hangs. Finally, the game does him in right there. We're gonna be knotted up, King. 1-1.
627, the final score for the Shadow Knight. Man, they had great transition scores, but it was... Shadow Knight's board was a mess going into it. The worst timing for any of that stuff to happen. And a valiant effort to try to get out of it, but end of the day, it's Doozy K that will take the game at number 2. We're tied up at 1. I feel like we're getting a repeat of their CTM matchup. And 1 Mullen allowed, of course, so... You know, great pace from Doozy, so we'll allow for the Mullen. 1 Mullen allowed in the Friendlies universe.
Yeah, well, be less stalling you'll have to do later, right? So.
Oh, I mean, these two are doing a great job. They are moving things along and kind of pushing us a little further back, which is good. That's kind of good. And we're going to expect that hopefully for the next matchup as well, too. The Phenoms Championship is coming up next after this. Winter and AV Geek. That's a monster matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I one that I'm excited to call, right? That's be in the booth for. That's going to be a lot of fun. You know, a couple players that, you know, been playing a lot of friendlies.
And we had someone on screen with a logo of some sorts. I don't know what it was. Do they want to sponsor CTWC? Let's go.
Yeah, right? Is that the implication here?
You may send
Like
all
a player sponsorship.
Yeah, you may send all sponsorship inquiries to classictetriswc@gmail.com. MX Devlin over on Twitch letting us know, thinks it was a thumbs down emote. I don't know, it looked like a big circle. I don't know what the hell it was.
Right. Yeah, like that cheese on TT's burger that one time, right?
Yeah. Although don't talk about food with Tyler around.
That's
Really strong rolling right now from Doozy K. Bangarang Tetris. Potential PB alert underway here, Burb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is this PB?
I think it's around 1.3. Maybe 1.4. I mean, we did have it at the tail of the tape, and I've already forgotten.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, 1.413. We're at 1.374, so... Yeah,
Oh,
PB
yeah.
alert. Bangarang
Yes!
Tetris!
Oh, come on, give him another one. Give him another.
Oh,
Oh
come on,
my
where's the
God.
bar?
God.
Oh my
By
god.
1,000 points.
You gotta be kidding me. That's ridiculous. 1.41432. Doozy's PB is 1.41380. Oh my god. 14, 320. Oh my god. Well, PB is PB, right there.
Yeah, you take it.
But one more bar would have been more satisfying, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a small PB jump as 1.414 was the final score for Doozy. PB is 1.413. So it was up by, like Burb said, 1,000 points. My god.
Yeah, no, I certainly had a game like that before. I was, you know, back in the rolling days, was at a VC with some of my friends. You're talking about a bunch of nonsense, and all of a sudden, kind of like Doozy K, right? It was at level 34, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I just beat my PB by like 1,000 points, right? I just, I had a huge pop off, right? As you just saw from him. Though I was a bit more excited than he was. He seemed kind of upset that he didn't get the bar, but
I mean, you can't blame him. He built it up. He was ready to go. I mean, he was looking at potential rollover. We were getting to that territory. And I believe somebody mentioned in the chat could have been the first Polish rollover. Not really keeping track of the PBs out there for our friends out in Poland, but yeah, that's a big Tetris community, Burb, as we know.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be huge. Honestly, it'd be really huge. See that.
Maybe Geek letting us know had a 19 PB by 80 points. And you take whatever you can get, honestly.
Yeah. PB's PB.
All right, we got ready from both players. We're going to head and continue this matchup. We're even at 1. It's game number 3. It's crucial. Burbs, count them down.
Right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
GeoWolf likes the Tetris memorabilia in the background, referring to Shadow Knight. Has that nice organized shelving unit that has all the Tetris stuff there. I do like that. That's a great aesthetic.
Yeah, it looks like at least... Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Burp.
I was going to at least a couple Tetris cards back there. Perhaps something you brought to competitions. I could, like, faintly make out that maybe there's some signatures on the one on the right side there.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. What I was gonna say is that Shadow Knight. If you ever catch a Shadow Knight stream, it's kind of got like a pro streamer setup. Oh, doozy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That bar timing. Oh my word. Gets out of that situation. Nice adjustment for the S piece that's coming. Gonna continue to stack blocks like a boss. And ooh, we're looking at potential dirty setup, but the P sequence doesn't arrive to accommodate it. And does he gonna block the well? Could have tried to maybe make an adjustment there, but it's early days, Burr. We probably don't want to get too crazy with trying to make adjustments that could backfire, so no blame there.
Yeah, just try to keep it safe. And again, it's a pretty crucial game, right? As you said, right? It's kind of the one that gonna cause the momentum, right? You're trying to get the momentum in the series. That was the word I was looking for. Momentum. Right, so it's definitely a big game for both these two. You do not want to risk an early top out in a game like this.
Is that your word of the day, Burb? Momentum?
Perhaps the weekend, right? I'm sure I used it a lot yesterday, too, so...
Well, certainly I don't recall. I put yesterday out of my mind already. Although I do have the Upstarts champion, newly minted, stand up for the champ. It is Jordan. Jordan was here a little while ago. Probably still hanging around watching. What a matchup that was yesterday, Bird, with the Upstarts triple threat. I mean, I don't want to call it perfection, but I mean, Jordan was on his A game and he brought it, and he proved that he deserved the belt after all this time. He put in a valiant effort and really made, Remy and Roman have to kind of work for everything they had, and Jordan was just a blockmaster yesterday.
Oh yeah, that first game was. After the first game was looking like, man, it's gonna be like really close. Like, everybody had really brought it, and they all did, right? That still turned out to be true, but Jordan was just on another level last night, and it showed. It absolutely showed.
We also saw new tag teams crowned. Our first ever tag teams are former champions of other belts. What a shock. It's the Cleanup Crew. Dan and Ian Keith are the newly minted first ever Tetris Friendlies tag team champions. I'm sure 2025, there's going to be a lot of people out the door looking to challenge them for those beautiful gold belts. And we also did see the heavyweight champion, SV, do it again. Clean sweep of the King Cobra, former Phenoms champion. So a lot of good stuff. We're looking forward to a lot of good matches again here tonight. 318 for Shadow Knight, NMS Burb, Doozy at 302. Trying to just get that right side open.
Yeah, you kind of saw a bit of a misdrop of a J there from Shadow Knight. Was getting a little dicey, but finding some ways down the long bar very helpful. It's kind of kind of in a similar spot in the P sequence. Again, both players aren't really well suited for it. Kind of struggling in the same way.
Ooh, I don't know if that long bar was meant to go there, Burb. That might have been a missed floor tap.
I think not. Yeah, I think that was just an overshift there.
But what I like here, Burb, is the survivability from Shadow Knight. Has not thrown in the towel at any moment. I mean, there's been some misdrops that have been going on. You know, the roller pains, as you would call it, when you have that situation where the rolls aren't meaning what you want, the inputs maybe not being read correctly because you may be going too fast or whatnot. But you gotta give Shadow Knight a lot of credit. Stuck with it, getting out of this, and should be clean in moments, but has given up about over 100,000 points to the lead to Dizzy, 467 to 355 as we are approaching transition, Burb.
Yeah, you know, and rolling in general, like, you know, these guys make it look easy. I talk about this all the time. They make it look so easy to do it, but there's a lot to it. It's a very back-heavy, or rather front-heavy learning curve, and, you know, certainly these two have gotten past that curve, but even after you've been doing it a while, you still kind of run into the occasional, oh, I actually bumped the controller an extra time, or, you know, whatever, make some sort of misdrop, you know, or a double flip, as I believe is probably one of the more common misdrops for rollers. You know, you'll still see that from time to time.
Well, these players are going to try to limit that amount of misdropping as we're getting set for some 19 action. Dizzy 501, Shadow Knight 426. We're off and running on the right side first. Safety triple there. This board is pretty high for Dizzy. Oh, that didn't burn!
Oh my god.
Tough situation going on right now. Dizzy gonna try to find the solves. Bars are coming, but this is the point where you don't want them. Oh my word.
Oh my word. Yes, those are the only words I've got right now, man. It was a really scary situation. He's still not getting the bar to finish it. Game says, no way, dude. Go fish. Oh, my God.
Oh, Shadow Knight, though.
It doesn't even matter.
And you gotta love it. I just saw Dizzy telling you, shushing. The commentators shushing the crowd. Said, I got this, bro. Survives that ordeal. Absolute stud move right there. 617 for Dizzy. 508, Shadow Knight. Dizzy gonna take that one. And there's the, yeah, it's a thumbs down.
Thumbs down, yeah.
Wow. Wouldn't you want to have a thumbs up, right, Verb? Because you're rooting for your friend there. And then you go, the shush. I love it. I love the gamesmanship. Dizzy gonna go up 2-1 as we're getting set for game number 4.
Yeah, you know, even if they do have a thumbs up, as you saw from Doozy right there, even if they wanted it to be that way, you could just flip the phone upside down, right? And it would give you the same effect, so.
I got ready's Burb. Both players are looking to go. It's game number 4. Count them down. It's pivotal.
Here we go with 3, a 2, a 1, a Tetris.
Square and a Z and an S. Open it up for Shadow Knight. Square Z and the S confirmed for Dizzy, which means that same P sets are initiated, and we have ourselves a pivotal game number 4. Kind of feeling like this is going the way of what they did at CTM. Now it's up to Shadow Knight to try to take this 4th game to send us to the decider, just like they did back in October.
Yeah, it's certainly looking that way, but obviously still lots of touch to be played. Doozy's been looking pretty strong. I mean, really both players have been doing a great job of just surviving all the situations they've been in. You know, eventually it's been getting out of hand at certain times, but by and large, they've been able to really just squeak their way out of whatever situation the game throws at them. And I'm excited to see how this one goes. I want to see him take it to the house again, like we saw in the earlier games.
Absolutely. Scott Jones, also known as Jonesy NZ over on YouTube. When's Sharky versus Koryan? That match is scheduled as our main event later this evening. We have 4 matches on this card. You're seeing the first one right now. Next coming up will be the Phenoms match with AV Geek and Winter going at it for the belt. And then you'll get the Tappers match, Alex T and Moya. That one could go quite a while. And then you'll get Sharky and Koryan. So we're looking at estimated start time for that one was about around 8 o'clock Eastern. But with a little bit of the delay that we had here, that's probably going to get pushed back to more like 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern in the United States. Around 1:30, 2 a.m. UTC if you're using that time converter.
Yeah, so, you know, if you're in UTC, you're close to UTC, it might be a late night, but worth every minute.
And
Better just watch the VOD afterwards, but, you know.
Well, you could do that too, or you could, you know. Well, I would say tape it, but yeah, we don't do that anymore, right? Barry, you may not know this, but you know, we used to have VCRs, and you would put a cassette tape in, and then you can set a time, and then it just record for you, and you can go to sleep, and you watch it the next morning. And it's the way it used to be in the old days.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember that. Yeah, not that young. Come on now.
Meanwhile, Poopy Old Hag is over here using Koryan's legal name, like they're bros. I mean, what are you doing, Lou All Dang? Come on, what's wrong with you? $267 for Shadow Knight, $264 for Dizzy. Let's go to Grandpa's here, rooting on the Shadow Knight.
Yeah, I probably want to see that Game 5, right? I mean, I'm sure most of us do. We want to see more games of this. These two have been putting on a good show. Honestly, King, this is a good way to open. Really good way to open tonight.
Yeah, no, kudos to both of them. And the thing is that, Burp, this is kind of like a short notice thing, right? Because, again, like mentioned, our Twitch TV champion Falca was not going to be available to participate in the Super Show this evening. So I was looking to find a good substitute match for that to kind of get us to our main events and whatnot. And, you know, I reached out to these two because I knew something big for them. Oh, that S for Doozy is going to cause some problems. Let's see how he solves this.
Oh, there we go. I like that adjustment there, the T, King. Just for that L that was coming in, just kind of lay that flat. That was kind of a subtle thing, but it was honestly huge.
Continue to try to find the solves here, throwing everything over on that right side.
God,
how much more can you throw on there? I think that was like, you know, a Z all the way in row 20. It's nuts to look at.
Yeah, the game's like, oh, hey, here's a Z piece. You get a Z piece. You get a Z piece. Everybody gets a Z piece.
Look at this great survival. My God, Doozy. You know, and fun fact here, Burp, I believe Doozy is a student of former coach Sidnev. Sidnev was coaching for a while in our friendly server and has recently decided to relinquish the coaching duties. But I believe Doozy is one of her students.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I'm sure, you know, Sidnev, obviously one of the premier players in the world of Classic Tetris, just in general. You know, I know I've learned a lot from watching her play, right? And it's, yeah, definitely a good coach to have. And I'm sure it's paid off for Doozy. I mean, clearly, right? He's playing really well tonight. Got a PB, like, you know, I can see it.
I mean, what you can also see is that this guy is like a 5-tool player, Burb. He's got all this potential. He's kind of shaking his head right now. I don't know if it's not agreeing with what we're saying, but at the end of the day, this guy has got so much potential. Just won the European Championship just back in November, and I think his future is so bright. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in 2025 as we go to transition on Doozy's side. 468 for him. Shadow Knight at 558, big lead as we go to transition there. 582, nicely done. Shadow Knight looking to tie it up. Doozy wants to wrap it up and get a chance at the Twitch TV title in 2025. Burp, take it away, baby.
Yeah, here we go. This is exactly what Shadow Knight was looking for. Got that massive lead going into transition. And again, he needs this to stay alive, to keep his hopes and dreams of the Twitch TV title for 2025. He wants his shot. He does not want to have to wait in line for 4 months or however long it's going to take for everybody else to get through, because it is one heck of a line. 685 for Shadow Knight. 517 for Doozy K. who's got a few burns required, but again, no line cap here. This is Tetris Friendlies, man. We don't do no 39 line cap. We'll go all the way as long as it takes. 39, 49, 59, 69, right? However long it takes. So certainly still an opportunity for Doozy K to catch up. And we saw his 29 game one. Definitely on point today.
721 to 556. Shadow Knight really bringing it right now. Wants to take us to the decider to open up night number 2 of Revolution. A little bit of a interesting adjustment from Doozy with that long bar. Kind of went flat to set up a delayed burn. Sometimes we think that's a roller misdrop right there, misrotation, but I think that was planned. Shadow Knight got to get that bar over for the Tetris. 795 to 569. Hey now, Doozy's got a lot of work to do, Burb.
Yeah, quite a few points behind. Needless to say, but I think so far, I mean, from what I've seen, he's definitely got the chops here. Again, he's gonna have to stay in it, just get this board under control. You know, again, 29's coming up. He's got all the time in the world once we get there to start playing efficiently. You know, kind of go with the scaling approach, right? As we used to see in the early days of 29, right? Just line out until you get to some of the higher levels, then just start slamming down Tetrises when they're worth, you know, a metric ton of points, right? So it's definitely going to be good here just for him to prioritize keeping this under control, and he's doing that right here. So he gets a Tetris in to go to 652. Try and just get back in the game here, King.
29 is going to be very interesting if we get there for players. Doozy's going to have to really bring it. We've seen Doozy at times has been able to get some distance on 29 play. We saw a little bit of that back in the second game for the PB. So it's going to need to really, as you mentioned, bring it in this final stage. We're about to go into 29 play, 759 to 966. Shadow Knight looking for the max out before 29. No bars though, Burb.
Yeah, so far, no dice on that. Doozy will get to 29 first, though. We'll go to 866 with a Tetris right after. So still quite a few points behind as Shadow Knight now joins at A41. A as in the letter, not the number. As they are now racing along. This is, yeah, it's going to get interesting. See kind of the strategies that these two decide to take here.
Yeah, you got to wonder if they're going to play a game of chicken to see who's going to make the first move, or they're going to try to do the line out merchant for a little while. Interesting to see. Right now it's Burning City. Again, everything is on Shadow Knight at the moment. It's got to try to get this win. Doozy can afford a loss, but then they'll send you to the decider. So ideally you'd like to end it here, but you don't want to just give it away for free. No line cap, as you can see. Shadow Knight's board starting to crumble.
Ooh. Oh! And there you go. That's the final score for Shadow Knight. A84, the letter, not the number. A84. So Doozy K's got a shot here to end it right now. Needs about 150,000 more points. Get it done here.
Well, let's see how it goes. I don't know what Doozy's line PB would be, but you know, maybe now's the time to get that if you want to win. Good burns across. Now we got something set up. Oh, Tetris.
He's maxed out. Needs another 80,000 points. And again, priority here, just keeping the board under control is going to be of the utmost importance here. You can see it's just flinging that bar to the right. That tells you how careful he's trying to be here.
We're on level 37. Here we go. There we go. We're set up, Burb. The bar bangerang! There's a Tetris where it's very close. 7,000 points away. Triple does it! He's done it, Burb. The chase down, and it was done before 39, before people would probably wonder, oh, why are we playing with no line cap? That's silly. He did it before the line cap would have been invoked anyway. So he's going to shush the crowd one more time as he goes to level 40. B14 on the screen, Burb. And there's the happy thumbs up face. How about that? Burb, game 4 is no more. And Doozy K will be the #1 contender for the Twitch TV Championship when we return in 2025. Look out, Falkite. We got ourselves a banger of a contender. GG's.
Man, can we see a PB again?
Anything's possible. What's possible is that I need to change this music, man. God. Burb, you know, we love Stocktune here. We love Stocktune as our new choice of theme music and whatnot for the Friendlies universe. But I'm gonna have to create my own playlist now. It's just their selection of just randomness is interesting.
Yeah, like sometimes, you know, it's intense and it got the right, you know, sort of vibe that we want, but other times it's like, what is this?
Seriously. We got a D on the screen, Burb. It's D61 at the moment. Again, you mentioned potential PB opportunity being applied here. He already got one by 1,000 points. Looking to try to do one better now. We're on level 48.
Yeah, E15 right now. 42, even better.
Oh, what a burn with that J. That was crazy.
God. Oh my God. How did that get there, man? Oh, that's going to do it. E59. Twice in the match. In competition, King. My God.
Unbelievable. 2 PBs in one sitting as far as a competitive match is concerned. That's crazy in this day and age, Burb. Tremendous job by our winner. We're going to go over to the winner's scene and congratulate the new #1 contender for the Twitch TV Championship. I forgot to fix this camera scene. What a goofball I am. The one thing I forgot, Burb, was to fix this camera scene. Gonna get him on there. Gonna get a big face because I love big cams. It is, Doozy. Congratulations to you. We'll fix that up a little bit. There you go. Congratulations to you on a big, big win over potentially a new rival in the Shadow Knight. You guys are having some banger matches. I am really enjoying that. This could be a fierce rivalry that continues on in 2025. But for right now, Doozy K will have the bragging rights to end 2024 and look to face Falkite on a future Friendlies show. Congratulations and GG's. I think he just said banger ring there. Love it. There you go, Burp. We got through the first one. A little tech difficulty in the beginning, but it came around and it got done in the end, which is the most important thing. All right, so coming up next, folks, we got ourselves a banger of another match. We just saw that one, the Twitch TV Contenders matchup. Well, now we're going to get a title match to determine who will be the new Phenoms champion going into 2025. It's these two outstanding players right here. You're going to get a Tap versus Das match, which is what we're going to see in the main event as well, too. Winter returns to Tap. Put away the role for tonight because we got a table back in business. Going to take on the AV Geek, who has been one of the most stellar Das players in 2024. Top 8 finish at Jonas Cup. PBs galore lately. She has been on a roll, even though she can roll as well too. But this is a matchup that, you know, they faced each other plenty of times, Burb, but never in a high stakes match like this one. Yeah,
it's gonna be huge. Honestly, I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm excited to see, you know, how how consistent these two are today. I think it's gonna be. I think we're in for a good match.
We are certainly in for a good match, folks. We are going to get this one set up. Players, make sure you're live and ready to go. Ken's going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to have an ad break, folks. So if you're over on Twitch watching this, we're going to take a commercial break. If you're on any of the other platforms, those commercials will come up randomly that I can't control, but I can control the ones here on Twitch. So we're going to take a quick ad break. If you'd like to avoid getting ads, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Help us out. You know, King and Burb work very hard to put on these shows for you and entertain you like no other, along with the players. So, kind of help King and Burb out by giving us a portion of that with some bits and subs. That way you can avoid getting the ads while we have these little breaks. And, you know, you get the wonderful emotes that Classic Tetris offers. We got a plethora of them, including that King with a mic in his hand. That's a classic right there. So, folks, commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Winter AV Geek match. All right, folks, we have returned from the ad break and all the other stuff that needs to get done behind the scenes, and we are ready to go for this next matchup. It is Tetris Friendlies Revolution. The Phenoms Championship is on the line. It is currently vacated as our previous champion, Cobra, used it to then move up to the next division, the heavyweight division, took on SV, gave it his all, but was not able to claim the heavyweight title. So he's left this one behind, and now we've got two outstanding players that will look to fight for it. On the left is the former Upstarts champion who gave up her belt for this opportunity at the Super Show. It is Winter, one of the fastest tappers in all of classic Tetris. Is going to take on one of the best DAS players that you've ever seen, and in 2024 came in her own, getting to the top 8 of the Jonas Cup, and certainly could have gone further as well. It is the AV Geek, Burb. It's time to see which of these two outstanding superstars is going to lead the Phenoms in 2025. Will it be Tap or will it be Das victorious tonight?
And so far, from what I've seen, I think Winter's got a really good shot here. You know, very consistent tapper, and I think she might have the chops. She might do what Cobra couldn't in the heavyweight division. I think she might have a good shot here.
Well, certainly. Folks, we're going to throw it over to a nice video package. They had some words before this one is going on. We'll throw it to it. We'll see their online facts, and then we fight for the belt. It's all happening next.
Alright, y'all. Listen up. I'm another victim, and I'm here to take home the silver belt and put it on the rightful waist of a DAS player. And not just any DAS player. One who's fresh off of a level 30.
Yeah! Yeah! Alright!
A perfect transition.
What am I looking at?
And a new personal best.
TV! Oh! Holy shit! Oh! God damn!
All this month. Tell me someone else who's done that. I'll wait. And Winter? I'm not scared of her. What's she gonna do? She's rolling. This isn't the Winter who 1.2'd on Ian's show. This is the Winter that might max, and against me, might max just isn't enough. I do that in my sleep. I've gotten 50 this month, and there's still a week left. So bring it on, silly roll cat. That even is your name. Now I'm not just here to prove that DAS is still live and kicking. I'm here to make Friendlies history. I'm on the show twice, the second person to do that, but I'm going for 2 different belts. And if I get them both, you best believe I'm gonna turn them into some stupid looking suspenders. And Winter? I'm not scared of her. What's she gonna do? She's rolling.
Seems like you're not ready for Tap Winter, huh? I'm tapping for this, so sorry for ruining your promo. And I don't have a whole lot to talk about in terms of like recent accomplishments, just because I haven't had a table for most of this month. But from like 20 days of not playing Tap, I maxed my very first game, so you are not getting rust from me. And another thing I'm here to do is to prove King wrong for not putting me on the Fate 5, let alone even mentioning. So a little bit of storytelling. I went from 400k to 900k in 2 months, and he didn't put me on the Fate 5 or mention me.
Here is our honorable mentions for 2024. Players to watch out in the King's eye.
Which I've already been proving this wrong this year. I have a 1.2 now and won Upstarts and held it. And I'm going to put an exclamation point on that by winning Phenoms tonight.
Winter at 9:30. The consistency for her this evening is the difference. No early top outs, no mistakes. All play. And we're playing Hyper Tap on level 30, Burb. Oh my word.
AV, I'm hoping for a good match from you, because you're going to get one from me. Good luck.
Great stuff from both these absolutely tremendous players. They've had stellar 2024s. And I think 2025 will be absolutely banger for them as well as they continue their classic Tetris journey. It's time to take a look at some online facts, folks, as we get set for this matchup for the Phenoms Championship. Let's take a look at AV Geek on the left, DAS player out of the United States, 1.263 million PB score. That's just pretty fresh within the last week or so. Has been really locked in. A lot of PBs actually over the last month or two, just increasing. Because you mentioned, she mentioned in the chat before, had a 19 PB with like 80 points. You know, you take them as they come. That's the most important thing. Just when she's locked in, she is so tough to beat. 136 and 149 match record overall in the classic Tetris history books, but again, it's been more of the latter gameplay that she has been racking up the wins. You know, the early part of the journey, you take a lot of losses, but it's been balanced with a lot of wins coming up in the second half of her career. Notable achievement, Jonas Cup, top 8. Was also Hopefuls champion in CTM in the past. We saw that in yesterday's slide. Favorite activity here, Burb, for AV, flying planes. Those that didn't know, AV is working on being a pilot. Or maybe is a pilot already. Crazy, huh?
Wild.
Would you fly on a plane with AV? AV at the helm, Bert?
I trust her. Yeah.
Good call. On the right is the former Upstarts champion, Winter. Has a playstyle both tap and roll, but as mentioned in the promo video, back to tap. The table is out, and that makes her an absolutely formidable foe. Personal best is 1.254 million score, so just behind AV in that regard. But, I mean, you can definitely see Winter get a 1.3 easy with that tap. Match record, Burb, outstanding. Look at that, 110 and 41. That's really impressive. And she mentioned in the promo that the King snubbed her last year. Like, didn't even get on the honorable mention, not even thought about, right? Like, not even on the King's radar. And I was made a fool all of 2024. She has been outstanding and a truly amazing champion. Notable achievement is a CTL Division 3 winner as well as an Upstarts champion that we mentioned before. But she specifically wanted me to mention that she won Division 3 because now she's going to be a tapper in Division 2 next season. That is a tremendous feat. And favorite activity is playing Guitar Hero, for those that didn't know. She likes Guitar Hero 3. Who doesn't, Burb?
Right? Yeah, it's a great game, you know, and Spoopy mentioned in chat, it's like, wow, she's the American Toby.
I guess. All right, so we got a Winter on the left. We're going to have an AV in a moment. Just had a network disconnect. That's probably on my end. My bad. Or maybe it's on AV's end. You know, I know AV was having some internet issues recently. So once AV is back online, we will go ahead and get the match started. They have the same piece sequence. It is pinned in the chat, so no worries there. You can go ahead and get that entered. And yeah, freaking Wi-Fi card. Unbelievable.
Man. It's always tragic.
You know, me and my video encoder problems with OBS, maybe some internet Taco Bells that happen. AV with the internet Wi-Fi card mess up. It happens, man. It's classic Tetris. As long as we get the game happening, we'll be fine. All right, so we have it ready from AV Geek. We're back. We're ready to go live. Got a whole box. Oatmeal cream pie. Anybody want one? You want one from Ty there, Burp?
I mean, if he will pay for the shipping, sure.
Nah, he's a cheapskate. Unless the king hires him, maybe I'll pay him there. Burp, they're ready to go. The Phenoms Championship is on the line. Let's go ahead and count them down.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Long bar, L and a bar to start. Long bar, L and a bar to start. The seed is correct. Players are underway, Burb. The Phenoms Championship is on the line.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. King, don't have Van here, but you got Ty here. King, can you make Winter Camp mildly bigger? Fill the blank space? Man.
Well, then we wouldn't be able to see the table tapping, because I had that before set up, and then we didn't have the hands and the controller in frame. That was going to be the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ooh, like that little double tuck there. You see that with the TPs on the left side there? That was nicely done.
Indeed. But I'll take Ty's advice under consideration for the next episode. And actually, Burb, not for nothing, Ty doesn't know this yet, but I was thinking about hiring Ty to, he's always commenting on the Friendlies layout. I think this layout is pretty good, Burb. I don't know why Ty goes nuts over it, but Ty, I've heard rumblings that Class Tetris Wars has got some amazing layouts that they're going to have for 2025. Friendlies should be doing it first, Burb, right? We should be upgrading and updating. Maybe I have to hire Ty to do that.
Yeah, you always gotta beat him to the punch, right?
Yeah, because
they are definitely our competition.
Because Ty is not getting paid over there, so might as well pay him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's done some pretty good stuff for us, too. Even that slide with our glorious faces on it, with the, showing like, oh, yeah, Monday Night Mayhem, Friday Night Fights, Mondays and Fridays, right? That whole advertisement. Tyler did that, and, yeah, I think it turned out really nice, so.
Oh, he says they hired Sonny for free. Oh, look at that. Imagine Sonny doing work for free.
Right? Yeah, that doesn't even sound like him.
Well, it definitely does, because he doesn't know his own PayPal account number and information he can't log in, so that's why he hasn't got a dime for Friendlies.
Well, that'll do it.
This might be one of the reasons why he's quit. But we won't quit on these players, Burb. They are looking to become Phenoms champions. It'll be the first time for either of them to hold the silver belt, which is, in wrestling terms, a wrestling fan, the Phenoms belt is equal to that of the Intercontinental Championship for WWE. If you're a WWE fan, it's on the same level. It's that mid-card championship that is leading you to the heavyweight title, and certainly, with these two players have the ability to roll in the future if they ever want to make that a full-time thing. This could be the start of them getting to that journey.
Yeah, it definitely could be that avenue, right? And yeah, and certainly I think these two would be very deserving, right? Very deserving of the title. And and honestly, I think, yeah, if either one of them picked up rolling, I think they could contend for the heavyweight title one day.
Broccoli asking if the Upstarts is 24/7 championship. No. Upstarts is basically like your United States championship. The 24/7 belt is the Twitch TV belt. That's the belt that's 24/7. At least that was the intention, and somehow now that belt is very prestigious these days. It's crazy how that happened.
Yeah, well, it all started when Louis lost it, right? Which Tyler even mentioned in chat earlier, like, man, how did Louis ever hold this belt? So, yeah, I think that was really where that all started.
Well, rumor has it, Burb, that Louis might be returning in 2025. So if Ty gets the belt back again, then mandatory Louis versus Tyler versus Louis for the Twitch TV title. It's gotta happen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that would be the matchup of all time.
Be hosted on the Monday Night Show, of course.
Oh, yeah. Would not have it any other way.
No, of course not. Score check 346 to 354. Got ourselves another tight game, Burb. Kind of had that feeling that this one would be a really close one. And I think we're going to be in for a nice treat if both players are on their A game.
Yeah, so far, I mean, they're both looking pretty good here. I mean, again, it's pretty tight. It's neck and neck. Bada Tetris the difference. Winter with a bit of burning required. But, certainly, I've seen her get out of worse.
407 for AV, 357 for Winter. Getting close to the level 19 transition, Burb, so we're going to see our first hot start of this series.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see. Here we go. Tetris Winter going to go 387. And his AV Geek still is, I've been watching. She's been kind of working with this awkward center wall for quite some time, but is handling it like no issue at all, pretty much. And it's just not, the problem is it's not getting the pieces to burn this away. I'm sure she would much rather be building a traditional right well Tetris, but it's just not, you can see right there, that long bar coming in at PC late. It's just not getting what she needs to do it.
We have transition. Level 19 is upon us. 465 for AV Geek. 423 for Winter. Winter's tapping. Absolutely could be superior. And then AV's going to throw in the towel there. Misdrop. And that is the end of that one. That board, you kind of mentioned, Bird, that was just starting to get out of control. Winter, small chase down. You need 467. 467 will be the winning score. That Tetris will do it. And at 42, Winter will strike first, Burb. Game number one will go to her. GG's.
Yeah, there you go. That's game number one of the Phenoms title match in the books.
A lot of active chat going on in YouTube. Don't want to be remiss of shouting you all out. Lori H is over there talking about, working on getting back into classic Tetris. Love to see it. QB plays. We've also got Zhu Liang out there. And, of course, Shadowlord Rizu still chatting away. Love that you all are chatting over on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying this. We got 2 main event matches coming up after this one. So stick around. It's going to be a fun night of classic Tetris. Your favorites are all in action.
Yeah, so lots of fun Tetris ahead as Winter has briefly left the building. But yeah, I think the rest of this match still gonna be a pretty good one. Again, that board from EV Geek was just a little bit rough going into it. You kind of, again, we saw that square burst that was kind of preventing her from burning the stack down to try and get the well back over to the right side. So certainly could see a better transition here in this game number 2.
Absolutely. Scott Jones, who we mentioned before, Jonesy NZ. I found out what the NZ stood for now, Burb. He's letting us know he's watching from New Zealand. So, good morning to you over there. What a way to start the Sunday over in New Zealand, Burb. We're watching some great classic Tetris.
Oh yeah, I mean seriously, I would say pretty chill way to do it, but honestly, that's probably not the right word to use.
Got a dog sighting on Winter's bed. Got a cute little pup over there.
Yeah, tiny little thing.
Right,
here we go.
Yeah, we got the readies coming in now, Burb. We are going to be set for game number 2. The honors are yours. Go ahead and count them down.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Here we go. Game number 2. Your Phenoms Championship.
Square in the S were the opening pieces for both players, so the seed is implemented correctly.
Yeah, and here we go. Off to a nice start here. Everybody's just taking it pretty easy. Playing a little bit high up, but keeping it clean. They're both keeping it clean in the early goings of this one. They always like to see that. No immediate top out.
No, sir. No, you don't want to ever give it away. You know, sometimes Burb, as a player, we kind of get a little carried away in the beginning because you're like, you got to open with a Tetris, and you kind of just avoid making the burns, and you don't realize the stack just continues to creep up, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, yeah, bar's gonna eventually show up, right? And you know, it's been often times than not as we got a dirty Tetris from AV to clear that right side away. You know, more often times than not, Burb, you end up falling short. You find yourself having that early top out, and in a competitive setting, especially when you're down 1-0 you do not want to give a quick game number 2 away.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, or alternatively, you know, you're in a situation like that, you're trying to get that opening Tetris. Sometimes you try to set up these crazy adjustments or tuck setups, right? And then it really starts getting out of hand pretty quickly as well. So certainly, good job from both these players avoiding that, and you know, giving us a game number 2 that's at least going to go for a little while here.
125 for Winter, 145 for AV Geeks. Early days of this one. If you're AV Geek, clearly on the top of your mind is to try to tie it up, because then you'll make it a best of 3 right after that. Winter looking to try to solidify another victory, get game number 2, and put her in cruise control. You know, more times than not, like when I watch a Winter match, when she wins the first 2 games, I feel like it's almost like 100% of the time she just wins. Like, I don't recall really too often, if it has happened in the Friendlies universe at least, that Winter has been reverse swept, went up 2-0.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that, right? I mean, on the flip side, I've actually seen her pull off, you know, some pretty crazy comebacks herself, right? Certainly in some of the upstarts, right? Back in the upstarts division, which she was there, was vying for the upstarts title. He had some triple threat matches there as well, and yeah, she's been one of those where we've had some of those ties at the end, and it's had to go all the way to the tiebreaker back from behind. So yeah, certainly not someone you're going to see get reverse swept. At least not likely here, though. AV Geek a pretty tough foe, and that's assuming game number 2 does go Winter's way. So,
and you did get a chance to call probably one of the greatest triple threat matches of all time, where Winter was involved in that one. I believe it was Winter, Firedox, and Ninjas, or OPB. I forgot which one.
Yeah,
there's so many.
I think it's Ninjas. Yeah,
there were so many.
Yeah, no, I get a lot of the triple threat action. I think that, you know, kind of stems from your old computer, King, right? It was like, oh, King's computer can't handle triple threats. We'll do it on Burbs.
Yeah, I remember those days. I mean, we're almost getting to that point again, Burb. You know, Tyler was already with the pitchfork clamoring for Burb to take over immediately when we were struggling.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Ty. He doesn't get paid enough to handle this full time.
Yeah, no, not exactly.
383 for AV Geek, 307 for Winter. Geek is in trouble, Burb.
Oh yeah, oh man, that hole on the left, that's gonna be really hard to navigate. Certainly for Das, and the square is gonna hang. Did not get the quick tap. She can't believe it, King. But it's not over yet. There is still a chase down required. You need 387.
Yeah, thank you, Burb. Yeah, 386 is the top out score. 386, 840 was the final score for AV Geek. Winter, you'll need 387, as Burb just mentioned. 387, you're at the 100 line marker. So for a pro player like yourself, this is kind of like what they say, a walk in the park.
Yeah, certainly, especially with this board, you know, it was looking like maybe like, oh, something could have went wrong, and, you know, could have had top out, because the board was a little bit messy at the time of AV's top out, but she's got to clean up real quick there. And yeah, now you can see she's starting to really start playing it safe here, taking these flat burns that you wouldn't have seen otherwise.
We are Tetris ready. The bar is coming, and there it is, the dagger to end game number 2. Winter at 400,000. You know, probably wasn't thinking that it was going to be these kind of a low scores, you're thinking that we're probably going to see max outs and get to level 29 in a matchup like this. But AV, mentioned yesterday, was kind of struggling. The dash has not been there for her. It's been a little off, and it's like the worst timing for that to happen, Bird, when you're coming into big matches like she had to play yesterday and today. And history was made again today that AV, the second player ever to appear on 2 super shows. We haven't seen that in 4 years.
Right, yeah, it's the good old Josh Tolles at Revolution. Yeah, that was, man. Honestly, that's always one of my favorite super show stories. That was a lot of fun.
And hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. This game number 3, players are ready to go. Caesar incremented, Burb. This is a crucial game number 3 for AV Geek. Count it down.
Here we go, a 3, a 2, a 1, a Tetris.
J and the L boat opener is where we start. Players have begun. Crucial game 3. Your AV Geek cannot throw this one away. You have to push it and stay alive.
Yeah, got to keep the board under control, and and honestly, that's really been kind of the issue. It's going pretty much. She's been fine, pretty much up until the transition, right? Getting close to the transition, and then the board kind of gets out of hand. One little slip up, right? And that was really all it's been taking here. So maybe just keeping it under control has got to be the focus here, at least throughout the 18 portion of the game.
C-spin hit beautifully by Winter. 69,000. Hey now for Winter. AV 93,000, off to a very nice start through the first 18 lines. Going to get another Tetris. 115 through 22. Definitely you see that face on AV Geek. On a mission, Burb. She is on a mission. Does not want to just throw in the towel. Doesn't want to have a bad showing. This game number 3 knows everything's on the line right now. She wants to win this belt.
Yeah, but this game, oh my god, there's 3 squares in a row. It's like worst possible timing for that.
Yeah, but she handled it very well. Winter kind of moved 1 to the left, and then the 2 dead dropped in the center on her end. Both able to rely on that. Nice fist pump there for Winter. She's happy. 166 for her through 36. AV Geek 166 through 36. Was virtually tied, Burb. Difference of a couple of 100 points.
Yeah, perhaps a single or something here or there, but yeah, definitely a close game 3. That's exactly what we want to see here in this. Yeah, it's a title match, man. It's what you want to see.
Tetris again for Winter to go to 212. AV at 214. So now this is kind of the matchup we were waiting to see, that we figured, similar to how game number 1 kind of started out. They were going back and forth with each other until that unfortunate 19 happened for AV. And now a bit of a complication on this board. Kind of waiting for a T or the Z piece. There's that Z piece coming in.
And there we go.
But eventually,
you see, did not fill the dependency there.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little out of hand here. That left side, definitely not a good look here. We need the barb. Okay, Birds with the J, and another one here. And there we go. She's got a dirty Tetris well set up. If the bar will just friggin' show up.
There it is.
Here we go. Dirty Tetris.
Absolutely. AV 276. Yeah. Winter 281. Even through that little, struggle there for AV, part of this, the benefit here of same P sequence is that your opponent's also not getting the bars at the same time, not be able to really score. So that was beneficial for AV to stay close. And this matchup is neck and neck at 305 for Winter, 303 for the AV Geek.
Yeah, no, again, that was just a tough situation, but AV Geek's dash control, it seems to be locked in now, right? Certainly a bit rough the last couple games, but, now it's looking pretty strong here.
$311 for Winter, $357 for AV. She's got the lead. Getting close to that Joey Parker turn.
Yeah, it's Van's favorite point of the game, right? The Joey Parker turn. We all know You know, Van loves that. We have about a 1 Tetris difference here between AV Geek and Winter. AV with the lead. We'll add a Tetris here to surpass 400k. And now, yeah, King, she's really getting herself into a nice groove here at this point. You know, you can see all game long, that just stone cold, just locked in, maybe just glancing over at the screen every now and again to see the score difference, but she's absolutely locked in.
.406 to 430. The DAS player is going to have to make sure to stay calm, stay true. You know, the hyper tapper we've seen, she can go far. Level 31, 32, maybe even see more than that. Winter can go longer if AV doesn't like do a grip switch or anything like that. If we're sticking with DAS, AV's got to make the most of this opportunity.
Yeah, and I know at the beginning of the match, you know, AV was like, all right, let's both get level 30 this match, right? Let's make it happen, right? Because as you saw in her promo, right, she is able to get to level 30, has done it at least once. I did it pretty recently, so perhaps, right, it's not impossible that it could happen here as well. But at any rate, we've transitioned 526 AV Geek at a Tetris for Winter. She will go to 529 right after transition. Neck and neck, King.
Exactly what we've been waiting for. We've been looking to get that matchup set like this. They have battled many times before. They have had stellar battles back and forth. This one now for the big prize of the Phenoms Championship. AV must win this one to stay alive. Winter looking to put the icing on the cake and making part of Friendly's history, Burb, to be basically like the third player, or fourth player, excuse me, in history to win a different tier belt.
Yeah, we join the likes of 20N03 and Ian Keith, who now combined after last night have about 10 belts between the two combined. They've been some of the winningest players in Tetris Friendlies history, and certainly either one of these two players, right, particularly with Terra, certainly could join them in that front.
Absolutely. Triple sixes for Winter, and then a Tetris to take us to 693. AV Geek at 693. There we go. The Knicks. We haven't seen them since the first match, Burb. Let's get them out. Because this one is tight as can be.
Yeah, and as Chad has pointed out, for a moment there, it was a 15-point difference. Talk about coming down to the wire here.
Tetris for AV Geek, 763. Winter at 757. 6,000 points. The separation, they're on the same level. The line count, pretty much negligible. AV's got to pour it on. Get those Tetrises when you can. 796 to 817. Winter with the lead.
Yeah, I think a couple of those skims, which, I mean, in a game so tight, may end up making all the difference, right? Some of those skims on that right side, kind of like the square right there. So far, that's been the difference in the score.
Really nice tucks that we just saw from Winter. Got that Z tuck in there as well. Tetris, that tapping of hers. That's why, you know, fans that have seen her play, they know she is an ultimate tapper. Who knows, Bird? Maybe at the next Super Show, she may want to take on the winner of Moja or Alex T for the tapping title.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I mean, she's looking really strong right now. 9-20 here. We're on level 26. AV, you saw her moments ago shaking her head. Because these burns, these pieces just not cooperating with her right now. It's had to take quite a few burns here. But there we go, Tetris AV, we're at a 921. Perhaps reading some lips there, right? Certainly some words. Some words of disapproval from AV Geek. She gets another Tetris. We're on 28. Running out of time here. There's another one. We could see a double max out here in this game number 3.
Tough bar dependency. She'll go for the Tetris first. Now fills it. Square for the tuck. Bar Aki style. One more bar will get her big time score. A67 for Winter. A26 for Geek. We need a bar right now. There's the bar. Can we get the triple? Yes, we did. It's enough.
We got it.
Oh my God. AV Geek just got it.
God.
Oh my God. What a play. AV Geek A71, the Tetris and the triple burb. Oh, that combo just did it. And AV Geek will live to fight yet another day. We're going to get another game. She's back in it. It's 2-1 in the Phenoms Championship. GG's.
Oh my word, this is what we were waiting for all night, King. For the Phenoms title match. This is what we were expecting. Now they're both in a rhythm here as we get set for game 4. Woo!
Stellar gameplay from both. Winter was really pushing it. And again, you always got to wonder, can Winter just get past 29, 30, 31? That's her advantage. She can stay longer. She kind of was going for it, went in on 29, board fell apart right away. AV Geek hung in there. Aggressive play, but the P sequences just worked out perfectly for her. Excellent dash control. And the big difference, as Ronkley said, needed the Tetris and then some. Got the Tetris, got the triple, got the win.
Yeah, so clutch. That was so clutch, dude.
This is the player here, Burb, AV Geek. The one that pushed Pixel Andy to the brink of elimination in the Jonas Cup. They were going at it. Andy needed to get the Kiltris to advance to the Final Four there over AV Geek. It feels like a little bit of retribution now for Geek to kind of get that big. I mean, that is huge, Burb. That J to the right, that is not easy for Das player on 29. And she did it like a boss. GD, if GD were here, you know he would say.
Oh yeah, he'd be like a BOSS boss. Hell yeah. That's what you'd hear from him.
There's a segue for you. He had to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But no, I mean J to the right though. I mean, or the L. Excuse me. Like you need a quick tap to get that. Generally speaking, or not even generally speaking. You just need a quick tap because it's so fast on 29. And yeah, she just nailed it.
And yeah, she's in the chat mentioning that 550 post from 19 to 29, 550,000 points was higher than her 18 game. So, I mean,
yeah, crazy, just crazy.
So, absolutely, players, take a moment. You know, that was a very hype game number 3. We're going to advance to game number 4 when you're all ready. Take your time, no rush. Because Alex T's not ready, so you can take your time. Take your time. What a shock, Burb, right? Alex T's not ready.
Yeah, for real.
But Chris Bidwell is ready. He's in the bullpen. He will be joining me. Burb has done great job. He hosted last night's event, hosting 5 matches overall. Got to see the tag team champions crowned. We got to see a title defense of the heavyweights, and we got a new upstarts champion as well last night. He's back here again for this one, and the one we just saw for Twitch TV Contenders, and then his partner coming in, Chris Bidwell, will join for the final 2 matches. That'll be very exciting. Good to hear from Chris before the year is out. You know, he's a mainstay in these super shows, so you'll get treated to his old man jargon very soon.
His baseball analogies, yeah.
Oh, of course, you know, and I'm sure he'll be very happy that he heard Jordan won because the stand-up strats. Jordan dedicated the win to Chris Bidwell yesterday.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that.
Ty asking a very serious question in the chat, Burb. If Moja beats Alex T, will we get Moja versus King? Possible.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What else is possible is that we're going to hope for another banger of a game. We go to game number 4. Burb, they're ready to go. It's time to count them down. It's pivotal for the title.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Got on the J to open with a bit of a mistrop for AV Geek early on, but should be able to fix that shortly.
Yeah, no, that game 3 from AV Geek, that's about what we expected. This, however, it's a little tough. A little tough here. Actually,
Yeah.
both players struggling a bit.
Yeah, no, Winter not in the best board either. And I don't even know if the bar is showing up, Burb. I don't even. Oh, there, I can see a bar at least showed up on Winter's side there.
Yeah,
a
there's
bar
one
down for
there.
Geek.
Yeah, kind of a suffer start, right? We're like, yeah, let's get a good game 4 going. Immediately, Gabe says, go fish.
Just getting flashbacks of the Sidnev Fractal game number 5 of the World Championship in 2023, where we all were like, oh my god, no, not like this. See a doggo on the bed over there for Winter, trying to root for her. AV coming off a absolute amazing win, game number 3 to stay alive in this championship match. Winner will be the new Phenoms champion. Exciting game number 4 we're hoping for. Edge of your seat Tetris, that last game 3, Bird. That was definitely game of the night, I have to say.
Oh, so far, absolutely. Yeah, that was easily. You know, I mean, and that's saying something, because Doozy K and Shadow Knight put on a really good match, honestly. It was very exciting to watch, but that, I mean, that game 3 in this one takes the cake so far.
Alex T probably listening in and saying, hold my cup. I'll be right back. I think we're gonna see
Yeah,
something
in
really
like
tonight.
30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, basically. So, AV, we need you to win this one, and then you guys got to take it to double kill screens for game number 5. To stall for time. Thank you.
Yeah, for scheduling purposes, that's what we want. Yeah, otherwise King's gonna have to channel his inner Moodus for quite a bit here, so.
Oh, don't get me started with that. Congratulations to QB Plays over on YouTube. You know, Bird, they're watching along and they're playing along. We got QB is playing as this match is going on. Just got maybe that's a PB right now. 83,824. Congratulations to you, QB Plays.
Wow. You're on your way.
And look who's here, Burb. We've got ourselves a living legend, absolute amazing commentator, and the first ever Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Chris Tang, over on YouTube. He says neck and neck. Yes, because it is a bit of a necky game.
Oh yeah, without question. Yeah, it's only about a 1 Tetris difference at the moment, or so. Yeah, about a Tetris and a half the difference here, and it is AV Geek with the lead. She's shaking her head, right? She had to fling that J over to the left, but definitely is in a good position right now.
Well, at least until that bar was coming, where you had to make that lumbar dependency. That's brutal. Oh, well, we're gonna get the dirty Tetris, Burb. We got it.
Oh my god, there we go. Another one here. And yeah, she's really good at just keeping it under control, right? Knowing when to say, okay, this isn't worth it anymore. Burn this away, or we're gonna end up topping out. She's done a really good job these last couple games here of managing the risk and versus the reward for getting the dirty Tetris. So definitely nicely done there, and that's gonna allow her to maintain the lead by about 2 Tetrises.
Yeah, maybe on top of that too, Burb, we're looking at the confidence starting to grow for AV. You know, as mentioned, she just didn't feel like the DAS was there yesterday. Said the struggles are real right now, and the first 2 games kind of proved that. That third game, absolutely stunning. Came out red hot with the 550 post, and now, you know, maybe feeling that I've got the control back. I can make the most of it. I can play a little aggressive. I'm feeling confident going into this 4th game.
Yeah, so I mean, getting a big win rate like that, right? You know, there's a couple things that tend to happen. You know, one of which is sometimes you get the kind of the letdown game afterwards, right? You gotta have an early top out, or you get what happened here, which is, yeah, you just really get into a nice zone, really feel that confidence start to grow, as you said. So that's, yeah, definitely glad to see the latter here, not only for scheduling purposes, but just for entertainment, right? For the entertainment of these amazing players.
396 for Winter. Suffer game happening at the moment with 12 lines left to go. AV at 495. Tetris coming in 500k with one more Tetris available. 4 lines left to burn. Bar coming a little too early, but we'll set it up. Winter has finally cleaned everything up just in time before the transition, so both players now waiting for bars. There's the one for AV, 543 transition. There's one for Winter, 429, over 120,000 points, Burb. AV in the lead. We'll see what happens. This is pivotal game 4. Let's go!
Let's friggin' go, man. It's coming down to it here. Again, we talked about that confidence from AV Geek. It's really starting to show here. She has opened up a large lead, but both players are clean. So it's going to be a matter of whether AV can maintain the efficiency to try and keep that lead over Winterra. But right now, they are just trading Tetris back and forth at the moment. They are maintaining this lead.
Winter opens up the right side. Tetris 511 for her. 609 for the AV Geek. Takes the T-burn. Take that safety S double. That left side getting a little scary, but that's where that square came in perfectly. Bar's going to come a little too early, but her dash is so good. We can get it over. Tetris now. Geek 645 to Winter's 544. Still maintaining about a 100,000 point lead. We're on level 22. Anybody's ball game technically, Burb. Even though Geek has the 100,000 point lead, when Winter can tap like crazy, things can change real quick.
Yeah, I mean, kind of one of the fastest tappers ever at the moment, right? And certainly, yeah, can get to some of the higher levels, like 32, I think even 33 at one point or another. But either way, can play a little bit past 29 and get that L over. I don't think most tappers would have even got that. That was crazy.
Yeah, she got caught by surprise because the long bar was going for a Tetris, so she missed it. Got hung in column 9. So AV Geek kind of head shaking as well too, but great dash control. We got a Tetris 739 for AV Geek, 596 for Winter. She had gotten stalled a bit, so this gives AV a chance. Gotta get that bar. Yes, got a quick tap over to the right side. Oh my God, if she not hit that, it's game over. Staying alive now. Geek's got to try to get this board back down. That's the key at the moment.
God, my heart can't take this, man. My heart can't take this. That about gave me a heart attack, dude.
What an amazing quick tap from AV Geek to get that bar over to stay alive. Has brought the board back down. 784 for AV Geek, 696 for Winter. Still maintaining that 100,000 point range. The Tetris will get us a little bit closer. We're on level 26 for both. Line count negligible, Burb, so Tetris is here are going to be huge.
Yeah, it's only about a 1 Tetris difference at this point. Winter has really brought this back on account of those birds from AV Geek. But Tetris for her, she'll go to 829, is going to hold on to the lead as Winter now finds herself in some trouble here.
Yeah, missed T-spin from Winter in the center has now created a setback. Go to burn. Fortunately, wanted that L a little sooner to fill the dependency. No bar in sight right now. The square to make it over! And that's it. She gave up. She gave up. She had a chance to burn the double. She had a chance to burn the double. Maybe stay alive a little bit longer. She's like threw in a towel there. And AV Geek at 9:05 will say game 4 is no more. Burb. All of a sudden, the story's changed. A decider on the docket. GG's.
Man. My God. Oh, man. AV's got 2 lines. I could not get the... Okay. Man, I was going to say, like, almost got a level 30 there, King. 2 lines away. That would have been crazy.
And the chat was looking for max number 400. I think AV's on 399 if that's the case. They're looking for max 400. What a way to maybe put the stamp on that. But AV coming back now. The first 2 games were duds for her. The next 2 looking absolutely BOSS like GD would tell you. We're tied at 2. A 5th and final game will decide it now, Burb. Oh my God. 2 outstanding players vying for a prestigious title here in the Friendlies universe.
Yeah, this is the match we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted here. Now, I'm sure our players wouldn't have it any other way.
They are ready to go, Burb. It is the 5th and final game. A fantastic finale about to take place. The honors are yours. Count them down. Who will be our Phenoms champion?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
We're saying that there's an amazing end-of-year pay-per-view quality Tetris event here. And you're getting it for free. on the Classic Tetris network of channels you're watching over on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Twitter, which is now X, and of course Facebook. We got them all for you to watch, and you're watching it free of charge. So if you'd like to help me and Burb out, because we would, as much as we love this, honestly I am basically doing it for free, but little coin don't help. You can help with subscriptions, bits into channels. If you're on YouTube, super chats are always welcome. King will shout you out over there. All that good stuff. King will be gracious, and I will thank you forever.
Yeah, in the meantime, sure, Winter would have thanked the game for allowing her to get the J-Tuck, but unfortunately, she missed it, but we'll get a dirty Tetris, had the solution. But I was looking a little spicy there for a moment there.
Early days of this one, Winter at 96,000 for the first 22 lines. AV at 59,000 for the first 21. Kind of a suffer, but chuckling about something, Burb. I don't know what it was, but there's a dirty Tetris pointing at the screen there for you. 89,000 to 120. Winter with the early lead.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a struggle for both players early here. Nothing really crazy, right? Neither player really in too much danger of topping out, but yeah, it's been a little bit of a slow burn here to start this game number 5. It's going to be a grind.
What a treat this has been, Burb. We almost were wondering, would this have been quick work by Winter? She kind of knew, probably in the back of her mind, that AV's kind of given a couple of gifts early on, and it's not typical AV gameplay, so you have to be wary about when AV could turn it on and really push the Jets. And you've seen that, a 71 and a 983 in the last 2 games for her. That's well over 2 million points scored in just 2 games to take us to a decider. It's not shocking from a player of her caliber.
Yeah, no, not shocking, but it is huge, right? It's what she needed, and I kind of noticed it a little bit ago, was kind of jamming out a little bit. Certainly would like to get the AV playlist, right? I'm sure that has helped a little bit. She's kind of gotten into the rhythm there. Quite literally. But yeah, you see just a lot more confidence in that dash control now. Getting that L and the J to left side, that square. I mean, again, would have maybe hung some of those in some of the earlier games, right? Wasn't really feeling it as well, but yeah, no, seriously, that confidence is absolutely showing now, and this is anyone's game to win or lose at this point.
319 for Winner, 300,000 for AV Geek. Close game again, both tying the line. Kind of see Winter on the left, kind of taking a deep breath over there, knowing that everything's on the line now. Reverse sweep is in the cards at the moment for AV, so it's a matter of perseverance. Which player is going to be able to hold court? Who is going to be able to take advantage and win this 5th and deciding game and become our new Phenoms champion? Drama, Burb, here in our second match of 4 tonight.
Oh yeah, and again, I wouldn't expect anything less, right? That's the Friendlies universe. It tends to get pretty dramatic like this, especially this time of year.
Where else can you find dramatic Tetris with storylines like no other? They write themselves, and all I do is just put it together. If you'd like to join the Friendlies universe, you can do so by using !Friendlies here in Twitch, and might be also in the YouTube if Vince did his job as part of our agreement, but who knows these days. If you'd like to join, there it is. There's the link. You can participate just like these players. We do weekly shows. Burb hosts the Monday Night Mayhem, which is pretty much every Monday, and I host the Friday Night Fights, which is somewhat every Friday, but lately it's kind of every other Friday these days.
Yeah, been preempted a bit there, right? I mean, that's, yeah.
Well, TEC, the World Championship was going on, so we can defer to that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Safety triple for AV Geek, 471 for her, 506 for Winter. About 20 lines left for both players before we get to that 19 transition. AV's going to have to take that triple. You can see, did not want to do it. There's just no bars coming, Burb.
Yeah, it's just a tough drought here forming at the moment. It's still not coming. That S was not very helpful for AV, but finally the bar will show up. AV will be able to use it when Terra had to use it for the burn. But now we'll get that Tetris afters. What a 10,000 point game, King. We are about to transition. We are neck and neck. There you go. Yeah, you got it. You're way ahead of me there.
Well, that's why you're here. Producer Burb in my ear. About to transition. 3 lines left for Winter, 2 for AV. Tetris coming in for AV. Tetris for Winter. Burb, here we go! Who'll be our Phenoms champion for 2025? Winter, AV Geek. They do battle one last time.
One last time. It is do or die. A simul Tetris. My word. It is gonna come down to it here. Both players have turned it on here. This game 5. The title on the line. Everything on the line here. And they're just keeping it clean right now. It is 6:08 for the AV Geek. 6:25 for Winterra as AV Geek now. Oh, man. Oh, no! Oh, my God! He was starting to get into a rhythm and just hung the friggin' Helpies, man. Oh, my God.
Unfortunate ending there for AV Geek. You kind of saw that brewing, Burb. There was, again, just no bar with AV setting up, and then a long bar dependency there in column 3 makes things very spicy. It's hard to figure out where to put these pieces that are coming in. They were not ideal, and that was all she wrote. 6:08, the final score. At 7:65 currently. The former Upstarts champion avoids the reverse sweep, realizes yet another goal, and has certainly made the king look foolish for not picking her on the Fave 5 of 2024. Winter is your Phenoms champion. Congratulations and GG's. What a win for Winter here, Burb. That just cements her classic Tetris 2024 in a nutshell. Just win, win, win. And this one, probably one of the hardest fought ones she had all year long. Facing a reverse sweep. AV Geek just sizzling hot the last 2 games. She hung in there and has proven why she could be certainly one of the best in the Friendlies universe for 2025.
Yeah, it's certainly, I mean, this is a rematch that I think we could see this again for the title in 2025. I mean, that was a really hard-fought match all around. Honestly, it was probably Winter's hardest foe yet, I would say.
I have a feeling, Burb, that this is going to be a rivalry for 2025. You said it, man. We might be seeing more of this type of matchup next year. AV Geek is not done, not by a long shot. She certainly proved her worth tonight. Bright future for AV Geek. Winter looking to go out in style with a dirty Tetris. An amazing tapper we're watching right now, Burb, as she celebrates with a max out.
Yeah, can we see the perfect game, level 30, extra Tetris? Let's see right now. No, not gonna happen. All right, that's
not gonna happen, but we will. What will happen is we'll go to the winner's scene and congratulate her, and we'll get a belt on there as well too. If King can find it, right? He's got to find the belts and put it on there. There it is, and there we go. Congratulations to Winter, you've done it. Another belt. You joined the pantheon of the greats in the classic Tetris Friendlies universe. You have now joined Dan V, Ian Keith, and 20Dan03 as Friendlies champions with multiple titles. Congratulations to you. It's well deserved. You know, again, Burb, she made sure to tell everybody in the promo, King made a big mistake. He didn't choose me. He didn't pick the best player that was out there. And now I look the fool. And she's made herself a megastar for 2024. I look forward to what you do as our Phenoms champion in 2025. 2025. Congratulations. What a shock, Burp. Vandy's here. Ian Keith, Dan V, 20, Dan 03. What a list. Burp, you ever feel sarcasm oozing out before?
What, from Vandy? Oh, no, certainly not. Never. From Vandy, sarcasm? Never. Never in a million years.
No, of course not. He's got that terrible Boston sense of humor. My God. You know those three guys that he just mentioned, they're not sending him any type of Christmas presents in the future, so it's fine.
Yeah, certainly not.
All right, well, he made a good point now. The list is fine except for Dan V. I guess that's fair.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Perfect.
Birdman, what a match that was. What a way to go out on the first half of this Super Show. We got 2 more big matches coming up. They're going to be outstanding. Your time with me has come to an end. I want to thank you again for hosting last night. I took Van's advice and said you should be hosting, right? So you hosted last night. I'm hosting tonight. And you did a wonderful job. And I look forward to you getting involved more in that production side and really taking the reins from the King eventually one day. And, you are the best, man. If I needed a protege, you would be number 1 on the list right there. So thank you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, I appreciate it, and thanks for having me on, as always, right? It's always a fun time, Yeah, but if it ever stops being fun, that's when I'll stop doing it. But until then, you're stuck with me for a bit, so.
Well, good, because, Colin retired, and nobody else is really that good, so it's fine.
That's
All right, so, Burp, plug your stuff before you leave. Let us know when the first Monday Night Mayhem of 2025 is happening, and any other things that you got going on, including your current recent interview. Why don't you tell us how to find it?
Yeah. So, of course, the Monday Night Mayhem, right? It's pretty much every Monday. Plan is to return on January the 6th of 2025, right? Of course, this week, got the holidays, all that sort of stuff. We got to unwind a bit after Revolution, right? So, the plan is January 6th of 2025, barring any major life catastrophes. We'll be right here at Classic Tetris. And, of course, I was the most recent guest in the Peace Dependency podcast, right? Came out on Christmas morning, and you can find that at the Classic Tetris Monthly YouTube channel. I talked with Frank, Sir Mazer, for about an hour and a half. Talked about how I got into all this, got into Friendlies, got into Tetris, all that sort of stuff. So some fun stories were told there. Definitely. Gang will tell you, it was worth checking out. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, so make sure you check it out on those platforms that Burb just mentioned. And again, watch for him Monday, January 6th. Barring any insurrections, we should be here for Monday Night Mayhem to start off 2025. I'm looking forward to it, Burb. Thanks again for coming in, and we'll see you then.
Sounds great. Yeah, thanks for having me. I will see you all later.
And don't go too far in case King has a crash and the PC blows up. Well, then we'll need you to come in later.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, I'll be close.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, my friend.
All right, see you, man.
All right. Well, the first half of this Super Show has come to an end. We are getting set for the next part of our show. A lot of good stuff. The double main event is about to commence. We got a player staying up very late over in Germany, but he said it's worth it because he wants this opportunity to let the world know who the best tapper is. We're going to get it. It's next. Moja, one of the fastest tappers, if not the fastest tapper in the world, is back, ready to make his competitive return to Classic Tetris. He faces the 2024 World Champion, Alex T, who also returns to tapping for this one. Table tapping at its finest. First time ever they will match up. This is amazing. This is going to be nuts. And in order for me to spell NVTS nuts, I got to bring in a nutty guy to help co-commentate this one. It is the third ever Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. Chris Bidwell, who is currently here. And you may enter now, sir. Welcome in.
King, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy other holidays, Winter Solstice. Just good on the list. Great to see you. Fantastic match there. I was like running back and forth between this and football. So if our last two matches are anything up to those two, buckle up, kids.
Indeed. I mean, this is a matchup for the ages here, Chris, and I think it's going to really end a lot of debate. There's people that debate, like, who's the best? Who's the fastest? You know, you always get that kind of question out there in all different types of sports and competitive participation, but we're going to really get to see it tonight. This is it. This is our big matchup, and it's the double main event. We still got one even bigger after that. Like, if you can believe it. What a way to end 2024, Bidwell.
One night. You know, WrestleMania cheated out and does 2 nights. No, we go one night here at Tetris Friendlies, and you're getting it all packed into one night, and I don't care if I got a delay coming in here. It's all working out. I can't wait.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Chris. We got ourselves a monster matchup coming up. Folks, stick around. King's going to take a quick ad break, set things up. The world champion just told me he is live and ready to go. Let's do it. Ad break, and I'll be right back. All right, folks, we should be back now. Ad breaks are over. Things are set. And it's time to go into this matchup. Moja from Germany staying up late to find out who is the best tapper against our 2024 World Champion of Classic Tetris. Alex T returns to table tapping. I've got Chris Bidwell with me here in the booth. He knows that this is WrestleMania hype. It's night 2 of Friendlies Revolution. We saved the best for last. Double main event kicks us off with this one. Bidwell, you know, we talk about moments in sports where you get to see two athletes go one-on-one to determine who is the best in the world at what they do. And there are some times where we don't get a chance to see that because of maybe the different eras that happen. We're in the rolling era tapping has been kind of put to the wayside, but these two want to duke it out to settle the score. What are we in store for tonight, my friend?
Well, first of all, kudos to Alex for taking on his challenge. I mean, why not take a dead play style? Everybody, the DAS resurrection happened the past summer, and now, hey, let's pick up tapping again. So everybody's kind of keeping their interest up in the game by trying all these different play styles. And I've always thought that when you play different styles, it forces you to increase your fundamentals, and that helps with all of your ways of playing the game. So this is going to be extremely fun, and whenever Alex is on screen, it's going to be a show. So let's get this going. I'm sure Moja wants to go to bed eventually. What is it, like 4 a.m. over there? So let's do it.
Yeah, so it's about a 2-hour time added to the UTC, so about 6 hours. So we're looking at about 1:30, 2 a.m. for him. But he fixed his sleep schedule just for this event. Bidwell, wow. He said he took a few days to adjust himself to stay up late and sleep in a little bit. So he's ready. He's ready. He's primed for this. He's not as tired, and I think he's going to give us a show tonight. There's also been some talk about this play style that he uses. So he's a tapper, but he uses a technique called raking, which is basically where he's using like two fingers to input on the D-pad, and allows him to get like 20 hertz tapping or more input on that D-pad. So it's been a bit controversial for some to look at it from a tapping point of view, but at the end of the day, it's a phenomenal thing. We're gonna get to see it live and in person, so we'll see how that goes. But I had a chance, Bidwell, before this matchup, I had a chance to talk to both Alex and Moja and get their thoughts on tapping and what this match means to them. So we're going to throw it to that video, and we'll be right back with the online facts, and then the match will begin. Let's do it. All right, fans, here we are. It's the moment that you've all been waiting for. One of the greatest tapping matches to have never happened in Classic Tetris will be taking place momentarily. I am here with one of the best in the world. It is Moja314. You can find that on Twitch. Moja, it's been a long time, sir. It's been a long time we've seen your talents take place in the Classic Tetris ring. Where have you been? What's been going on with you the last couple of years?
Well, with the thing with competition is that I was busy with school and then university, and still am busy with university. And then so I don't want to commit to playing in any tournaments, especially when then the times I have to play were so late in the evening. And then also my motivation to grind for PBs kind of died down until maybe July or August of this year, when I really started to play again. But in that time, I did practice raking quite a bit, which I guess also took up a lot of time because it took really long to get consistent with it.
So the technique you're talking about, raking, can you, for those that are not familiar with that, can you explain what this technique is?
So I kind of make this sort of claw shape with my middle and index finger, and then I slide my fingernails across the D-pad, which gives me two inputs. I can mix and quick tap with my other hand, and then slide my fingers across a second time, which gives me a total of 5 inputs, which is much faster than hyper quick tap. So these are consistently above 20 hertz. Although I don't do them to the right yet because of the shape of the D-pad. My fingernails kind of get caught, and it's much harder to get the positioning right. So I'm sticking to normal hyper quick taps when moving pieces to the right, which probably don't go faster than 20 hertz for me.
What was the reason that you would be interested to return to competition, especially knowing that Alex T has been dabbling in tap once again?
Well, in July or August, as I said, I started to play again because I wanted to finally get a 29 max out. And then I don't remember when exactly it was. I think it was in October. There was a local tournament in Germany where I played in, and that kind of motivated me to maybe play some more. And then when you messaged me about the match against Alex, like I wasn't gonna say no to that. I might as well try.
Yeah, especially since Alex has said to me that this is a match he's been looking forward to. I don't think the two of you have ever played
No.
previously, so this is a match that many fans have been interested in seeing. Like, who's really the best tapper in the world? Do you foresee yourself returning to a competitive level as far as tournaments are concerned, or even like a world championship if the opportunity were given to you?
Maybe. But I'm still busy. I'm thinking about maybe qualifying for CTM in February or March after the exams. The thing with CTWC is I still would like to go at some point, but for that the event would have to be scheduled within my vacation. So I hope the opportunity arrives at some point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, listen, opportunity is always going to be out there. You got to grab it when you can. Finally, Moya. Again, a lot of people are very happy to see that you're returning. They are excited for this match. What are your expectations, knowing that you're playing against the current world champion of Classic Tetris? That this is a first-time matchup. Nerves may be at a high, since this is kind of like really the first like high-level match that you're going to be playing in quite some time. What are your expectations, and what do you see for yourself in the future?
Yeah, well, nerves are definitely my number one concern, especially post 29. And also, I'm not really sure what Alex is capable of with stepping. Like, he has gotten some high scores, but I don't really know what scores he can consistently get on the kill screen, for example. And obviously, he has much more tournament experience than I, and probably also the better stacker. So I think I mainly have the speed advantage over him.
Certainly. Yeah, we could see something very special tonight. Moya, we thank you for taking the time to reach out and be able to speak to the audience. They are, again, it's going to be exciting. This is going to be a match for the ages. I can't wait. We're going to wish you the best of luck against Alex. Thank you again for joining me. All right, fans, so we just heard from Moya, and now we're going to get to hear from his opponent tonight. It is the 2024 World Champion of Classic Tetris, my tribal chief, your tribal chief. Let's throw up the ones to acknowledge him. It is Alex T. Alex, a lot of people know you from your great exploits, obviously World Championship win this year. Why are we going back to tap? We've been seeing you play that style a little bit in some of the competitive matches. Why are we going back to tap after you've done so much with roll?
So I want to face a match against Moja. Moja is one of the best tappers, arguably the best tapper. Some people might just say that's not real tapping, but I consider it tapping. And people also consider me as the best tapper too, because I've been countless of rollers with the playstyle. So if two of the best tappers go hand in hand, we can see who's actually the best, and it will be an actual good match because both of us are capable in the kill screen.
Absolutely, yeah. You two have done a wonderful job, and Moya was actually trying to work on getting a 29 max with that raking technique that he talked about in his interview before. What are your thoughts on this technique that he uses, and do you feel like it would be a fair fight with your table tapping experience?
Well, I've seen his play style. I think he uses like multiple fingers to tap. It's like butterfly tapping. It's like sort of like what Joseph Saley did back when he was playing. So I think it counts as tapping. And when it comes to facing against me, I don't think he has a chance because I'm the best tapper and I can move the pieces same as he can basically. So like, and I've also have better stacking intuition. So I think it's gonna be unfair for him because I'm the one with the advantage here.
Yeah, certainly we could see, you have worlds of experience. You even played against an AI bot a couple of years ago against Stack Rabbit, where you actually really were giving Stack Rabbit a lot of trouble and almost were able to defeat the AI machine. Going into this match, it is the first time that the two of you have ever faced off. You mentioned that you really want to see who's the best tapper in the world. Do you consider yourself going back playing a lot more tapping? And if there's a tapping world championship, would you be participating in it?
Honestly, if there's like a tapping masters, I think this one that Vandy might be proposing for a Classic Tetris Monthly, I'm like really like consider qualifying, and if there's any like high stake like money prize pool tapping tournament or just friendlies in general, I might just qualify because I know like I'm like one of the best at it. So I think it would be fun for me to qualify.
Definitely no humble brag from you there, from the world champion. You know, before this match takes place, we're just moments away from it happening. What are your thoughts? Obviously, you're very high on the outcome of this match. Do you feel like this now will really settle the debate of who the best tapper in the world is?
I think it won't debate like who's the best in general, but like who's the best in competitive like environment wise. Cause Moja can put up like way more higher scores than me, but we haven't seen him like recently playing competition. So just putting him into a competition while he's like still getting these high scores, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We most certainly will see. We are moments away, folks. Moja, Alex T, who is the best tapper in the world? We're going to find out. Alex, thanks for joining me, and good luck in the match tonight.
Yep, thank you for having me. I will beat Moja!
Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. We have heard from both our tappers. As yeah, Bidwell, your mic is still having problems there.
Great. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. Yeah, I'm sure he'll fix it in a moment. So yeah, there we got two great tappers that are going to settle these things right now. They are going to fight and let us know who is the best tapper in the world. We're gonna get some online facts to kind of go over that, and then we'll head right into the match. So let's get to it, baby. On the left, it is the German staying up late. The tapper with the raking technique, as you see on the bottom of the online facts there, has a 1.402 million personal best, has a 15 and 14 match record. As he mentioned in the interview, he really doesn't play a lot. He played earlier on a few years ago, and then he's taken kind of that hiatus due to, his IRL commitments, focusing on school and his studies as first and foremost, but, still kind of getting involved and got involved back, late summer, early fall in a few matches. And now this is where he's going to take that to the highest of levels and take on our world champion. Notable achievement is that he is a CTWC 2023 German champion. And as mentioned, the raking technique, which we'll see on your screen on how that works. It'll be fascinating to watch. On the right, your 2024 world champion, it's Alex T. Roll tap, as you can see right there, but he's going to tap tonight. So that is what we're going to get this evening. And I'm very excited to see what he can do. He's been playing it a bit lately on some of the matches, including a Classic Tetris League. He was doing that over there too. So not a shock that he would return to that once in a while. Personal best is 16 million overall, but in the realm of tapping, I believe he has like 1.5, 1.6, somewhere around. There you go. Yeah, 1.6 something is his tap PB. Thank you. Yeah, so he has the rollover, but I didn't know the exact number. So we just went with his personal best score. 16 million is still nice to look at. Match record for him, clearly daunting over Moya's 207 to 67. So, in being a world champion, definitely will pad those scores. Notable achievement is your 2024 world champion, and his technique happens to be memeing. That is not stunning at all. Okay. So here we go. It's match time. Very excited to see what we're going to get. You can see he's so hyped up. He's so crazy hyped.
He's like, wow, we're gonna play a match. I can't believe it. I get to finally play Moja. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Alex, I am very stoked to see that. We're trying to see if we can get his hands in frame there, but kind of difficult to get both him and that in place. There we go. We can kind of do something like that, I guess. Benny would be telling me to fill in the spot there. King, can you fill in the spot? Well, trying, bro. Trying. There you go. See what I can do here. Can barely get it, but we'll do a little something like. We'll try to be a little cheeky just for you, Vandy. We'll try to be a little cheeky. Try to get you what you want. I think that'll have to suffice. I can't do it unless I try to switch him over, and he's gonna adjust the camera, of course, right? So we can't see his face, Alex. We can't see your face, bro. Don't touch the camera anymore, you son. All right. And while we are getting set, we'll just do that. Man, you're gonna get a black screen. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna happen that way. And oh, I totally forgot to change everything, so apologies. We're gonna get that fixed. This is Alex T on the right. You got Moja on the left. No crowns assigned to anybody. That was from the previous match. So we get that changed up for this. And we're about set to go. So players, of course, we have the option for SPS. You can certainly do it that way if you have the capability to use it. So I will throw the seed in, and you may begin to enter it if we're going to play with that option. So there, the seed is also pinned for you in the chat. It'll be 2A45, 2A45, 2A-A5 for F. That's 2A like Apple, A like Apple, 5 for F is the seed players if you're going to go with that strat. And hopefully we do have Chris Bidwell. I'm not sure if you're able to get that mic.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you sound so much better.
Good. All right, well, there you go. USB hubs for the loss.
Well, you know what? It's okay. You tried, right? You tried to be fancy, and it didn't work out. But that's okay. We want a nice, crisp Bidwell to cover this matchup. I kind of mentioned before, you're like, this is Titans of Tap that are going to go at it. And you can see right there on the left, there's Moja. You can see that raking technique that he's used. He's got that claw hand he mentioned, right? That he would use, and he uses his thumbnails and to kind of get that tapping motion in there. And you know, he mentioned in the interview a bit while he's working on getting a 29 max out with tapping. How insane is that to even think about? Look at it. He has 643,000 on level 29 tapping. That's insane.
These kids just keep coming up with new challenges and crazier challenges, and why the hell not? 2025, new year. We already had a crazy 2024. Let's try to top that in 25. I don't know how else you could do it, but a tapping 29, why the hell not?
Why not indeed? Two young, awesome players. One, our world champion. The other said he would love to go there. Maybe this is the time for maybe someone that's watching. You want to be a benefactor for Moja, who also mentioned it had to be kind of during the time where he's available to go out there, because he's you got to like the head on his shoulders too, Bidwell. He's got you know, his head screwed on right, where he's got school in mind first, and making sure that takes care of before he goes out and does his, you know, personal conquests in classic Tetris.
Also, kudos on the Christmas decorations for our champ. Very, very, very appropriate. Festivizes our stream tonight. Much appreciated.
Certainly does. Gives us that holiday spirit that we all love to see. All right, so Alex clapping it up. Moja just about set to go. Okay, has to find the right one. Okay, there we go. Bidwell, it's finally time. No more stalling, no more delays. Let's find out. It's Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. No ear biting in this one. Who's the best in the world right now at Tap? Let's find out. Count them down to begin that question.
Here we go, Tappers. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
long bar and the S, and then we got a T and a bar. That is two different pieces. So players will need to top out. We'll need to top out, please. This is not same piece sequence. So players, be good to top out. We'll need to redo. This is not same piece sequence. All that hype, Bidwell, right? We got all that hype going, and what a shock. You know, it's not gonna.
It's not a Tetris tournament if there aren't wrenches in the engine.
Of course not. So, Moja, if you can hear, we'll need a top out as we have incorrect pieces to begin. We're not playing on the same piece sequence. So players, make sure that you click the seed button. And also, just to confirm, let me see what version Moja has. I probably should have looked at that. I just didn't want to go to different stencil, but make sure that you have the same capability to play on that version. Moja looks like he does have the... Yeah, he has the right version. Okay. So make sure you enter the seed correctly. You can enter the same one, because who cares? Let's see here. It was 2A, A5, 4F. I guess I should probably just go look to make sure this time. (3B, A5, 4F). So the world champion has... Yeah, he's changed it now, so we will pin that one. Oops. Chat is moving very quickly. Cannot fix that. There you go. 3B, A5, 4F, Moja. That'll be the seed. You can go ahead and enter that in. 3B, A5. See, he's putting a 4. That's the problem. Make sure, Moja, it's A5 like Apple. A5. There you go. 3B, A5, 4F. Yes, correct. And then just hit the start button. There we go. He's got it. Alex has got it. I think we're ready to get it here, Bidwell.
Nice work. Everybody kept calm.
Let's do it again, Bidwell. It's game time. Game number 1 of this Tapper battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Long bar and a Z to start. A long bar and a Z to start. There we go, Chris. We've got it. We've got a game. We've got a match.
God bless us, everyone.
And the role of Tiny Tim will be played by Christopher Bidwell. Now, at least you didn't try out for the role of Scrooge, Bidwell. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I got range.
Oh, we'll leave that to Vince to take up that role.
No rolling tonight, King. This is tapping. And very, very interesting claw technique, as you mentioned before. I don't know what it looks extremely complicated. I mean, imagine just the creativity of coming up with this motion with your hand to just get that perfect efficiency, but still maintaining your limited hand use. It's extremely engaging, and I don't know how else to describe it, but that's...
Yeah, as mentioned, there are some in the community that have kind of felt that that's not really considered tapping technique. It might be something alternative to that. Some have called it kind of like a butterfly tap that you would see some of the keyboard players utilize. But I mean, to me, listen, if you have to hit the D-pad multiple times in motion, right? I would consider it tapping, regardless of what others may feel what a true tapping ability is.
The fingers are responsible for the inputs rather than the input itself being the secondary action. So but again, you could talk to a music nerd about music genres and argue for hours and hours on end, and I'm sure with these techniques you can do the same thing. But he's getting really high up though. Whoa! Oh, the double lines are saving him.
Oh my word. This is insane to see that. This is raking. Oh my god, Bidwell.
Uh-oh, that could be fatal. Nope, that's going to do it. And there's a quick crown to the champ.
And unfortunately, early top out there for Moja. Not getting too far on that one. 260 for Alex. He went off and running real strong, and he will take the first one. Yeah, tough break there. I mean, first of all, for him to even be able to survive that as long as he did, that's insane to look at. That's first and foremost insane. But
we can definitely see the talent there, and he is worthy. It just, I don't know if it's the fatigue. You need proper warm-up time. I mean, when you're staying up this late, are you getting some shut-eye in between? Are you keeping warm all night long? Like, that's an awful long time to just do nothing. So, the time, I'll chalk that one up to the time difference at least.
So make sure you increment the seed there. Moja will be incrementing 2. The first 2 characters, so it'll be going to 4C now. 4C, A5, 4F. 4C, A5, 4F. Thank you, Alex. Poopy old hag saying that I could be such a good booker, man, that I could end up booking people that we don't name here anymore. All right, people, ready to go for game number 2. Players are locked in. Go ahead and count them down, sir.
Game number 2, here we go in 3, 2, 1.